Yo, what up, Biznatches? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Lefty Live, hanging out, chiseling. I got my brother here tonight, the homie, the douchebag. He's back, at least for tonight. I got Grady's gear. What up, dog?
What up, dude? What's up, everybody?
Been a minute, dude, since we did a live stream anyway. We talk every day, but
Yeah. I know. I told you last week I was going to do it.
well, that was my bad. Yeah, I had the 5K thing going on.
Yeah. You did tell me that. I just literally got back like half an hour ago.
Oh, yeah, I walked in the door 5 minutes ago.
Right.
This is the way. What up, Javon? Fidget boy swag. Yeah, there you go. Get your swag. Bama Ninja. What's up, dude? What should get the haptic tomorrow. I mailed it priority. Yeah. He's sending everybody fucking haptics because he's trying to get everybody else into it. I love it.
Oh, that's dope.
I love knives. What up, dude? Quick note about the 5K giveaway. I still got 2 unclaimed packages. Y'all are crazy. Claim your shit. Like, why are you going to take the time to go to the live stream, go to the description, click on the unlisted video, watch it, leave a comment, and then not collect your prize after all that bullshit I made you do? Like, that's just dumb.
What'd they win?
Just saying. I can't remember what it is. But it's some good shit. I got the packages in the other room. I think one of them, I really don't want to say the names because I said I wouldn't chase those people down. So
True.
you got to just go. You go to the live stream and go watch it. I'm sure somebody made a list somewhere. But
There's
hey,
a couple people in there like, I'll take it.
Yeah, like I'll give it away again. That's cool. But you got until tomorrow, like midnight is your cutoff. So if you hit me up like Saturday and you're like, yo, I finally got, like, whoa, I already gave it away again. I don't know. What do you want me to do? I know that's going to happen. And I'll feel like a dick. But, whatever. I hear number game for unclaimed prizes today. Nah. By the way, StreamYard has a giveaway thing now where you can have people use a hashtag or something, and then you can search by the hashtag. I gotta do this. Copy this. We go to StreamYard. See if I can figure it out. I think there's like there might be like just like a website they have. I got an itch. Partner resources. Is this it? I wish they would just make it fucking easy and just put a goddamn thing on your main page that says giveaway app or something. Like, I feel like they make this shit hard.
We're going to make you hunt for it.
Like, you're going to give me this cool feature and then be like, nah, bro. And I already watched somebody, like, told me how to do it. Giveaway feature. Spelled that way wrong. StreamYard now is a giveaway tool. This allows you to easily select a random member of your audience. Okay, cool. Support now has a giveaway tool. Here's how to use it. Create a broadcast. Did that. Engage with your art. In a new tab, open the StreamYard giveaway page, which is where? Like, where is that saved? Fucktards. I have it right here. But, like, it's just dumb. Okay, got it. I have figured this out. So, if you're watching, the hashtag. So, here's going to be the hashtag, all right? This is going to be it. This is how you're going to win tonight. If you want to win this giveaway, I got KPL rust prevention strips. I got one of these new Dead Nuts pins, which actually came out pretty good for $10 pins. I got a bunch of stickers, bees blades, Addicted to Knives, Quiet Carry, some other shit. And then I got this Loudy pry bar. So I bought both sizes of this thinking it was cool. I thought it had a ratchet system. And personally, I just like the Fulcrum better. It didn't work out, but lucky you guys, somebody gets to win these. I paid $225 for 2 pry bars. So, you know, they were like, I think they're normally $125 each. So you get a pry bar. It's called the Euclid. And it's a pry bar, like I said 4 times now.
I see you, Casey.
It's what I didn't love is how like round, like how it comes down to the pry. It doesn't seem very pry bar ish. It seems like they just made a pry bar how they thought a pry bar should be made.
That's
I don't know.
thick as shit.
So anyway, it holds this micro bit in there, and then you can pop it in and you can use it. I thought it had like a ratchet system when I saw these kind of.
So
is my camera just not focusing or okay? But it doesn't. It just does that. And I will note on this one, the 1/4-inch bit does not fit 1/4-inch bits. At least it does not fit my Weehaw bits. It's just a little too small. So I don't know if it's meant for some kind of metric, but then they have a small one of these that has the 1/4-inch and it fits 1/4-inch. So I don't know. I was waiting to get an answer on that. But like I said, I'm just going to give it away. So worst case, you can just use the micro bits, obviously. And it's free. So shut up. So that's the giveaway tonight. And the way to enter is to leave a hashtag that says what? What are we gonna have? Just hashtag giveaway. Just keep it easy.
Hashtag giveaway doesn't get much easier than that.
Hashtag giveaway. All right. So you just have to leave a comment during the live stream. Of course, everybody's going to do it right now.
Yep.
And in your comment, you just type in hashtag giveaway. It doesn't have to be spelled any certain way. I mean, it does. It doesn't have to be like caps or lowercase. It you know what I mean? So GIVE away. Giveaway. We'll get you this.
There's going to be that one person that spells it wrong.
Yeah, but I don't care about that one person. That guy just won't win. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So anyway, somebody remind me later, and we'll
hashtag. You can't make me leave a hashtag.
We'll do that. Yeah, if you don't want to leave one, don't leave one. I don't give a shit. So that's the new way to do it. So now you don't even have to do numbers games. You don't do shit. Just click a motherfucker and boom. Good to go. What up? In your comment, all you have to do is type hashtag giveaway. Nice, Bees. I like it. Bees, I got bad news for you, bro. It's a sad day. But the kangaroo nutsack is going into semi-retirement. Poor kangaroo nutsack. Because I now have a cat anus and balls combination.
You got Kyle's tank in your hands right there.
I feel like cat anus balls trumps kangaroo nutsack. I'm not sure. You guys can vote if you want. I think these will stick around just because they're kind of a nice little coin purse, you know. I'm just kidding. They're just a little bit more portable, and I'm sure I'll forget this occasionally. So anyway, super chats will now get cat anus ball sack taps. You're welcome. All right. But I still love you, Bees. Thank you for that. I really appreciate the gift because it was awesome. It was Uh-oh.
Where'd your face go?
I think I closed my phone. Where'd your face go, bro? Your face like melted off, dude. It like melted.
It was like a bad trip.
Meow.
Meow ass. You got another super chat too, dude.
It's got full swing too. Thank you, brother. What did you say?
You got another super chat up farther.
Oh, up? I missed one?
Yeah, go up. I think Joe sent you a super chat.
Oh, my B. There he is. Joe, what up, dude? That was prior to the announcement, so got to give you this one. Thanks, Joe. Love you, buddy. Still got your knife here, dude. We need to meet up. Still got your knife that I don't like.
I've been good, Joe. I've been good, dude.
It's like, it's a good knife. Like, it's made well, but it's just ridiculous.
What is it?
I don't know, just don't like it. What?
What is that? What knife is that?
It's the mini opiate from Black Snow Customs. It's RWL 34, and it was like $400. And micarta, and it's Riot, so it's all the same shit you see all the time. Sadly. Yeah. Anyway. So some weird shit happened right before the live stream. There's a mosquito or a moth or something around here, and I did my Mr. What's his name, Mr. Miyagi, and I was like, "Cha!" and I clapped him, right. And when I clapped him, I was over my knife case, and he fluttered down into a knife slot. Turned out to be, this is weird, and I don't know why it's that weird, but it fluttered down into my nimble slot. So I take the nimble out, and I'm like, you know what? I'll use the nimble to get him out of there. So I'm just like poking in him, trying to like, scoop him out of the fucking knife slot. I eventually got it out. But the funny thing is, I got this today. And in here is the same nimble, but bigger. How weird is that? Now, I am a little bit miffed because I did ask him before I ordered this. Whatever. I don't like the finish on these. So if you see that, it's like shiny shit, right?
Right.
If you see this, it's like matte.
Okay.
So this is a prototype he gave me a while ago. And I guess he finished the prototype himself and then sent it around for review, which is a little weird because it's not the knife you're selling. Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I was hoping that the production ones were actually going to be like this, and they're not. So now I'm a little bit like, because my plan was I wanted this one so then I could sell this one.
Oh, I got you.
I pre-ordered this one.
I prefer the smaller one. I've handled
both. Neither of these are smaller.
I handled both, the smaller one and the bigger one. The smaller one it's more me.
Yeah,
I like the bigger one. Like, it flipped great and everything. I just prefer the smaller one.
I agree on when it came to the prototype, but then I got the production version of the X, and it's actually really good. Like, it's better than the prototype was.
Okay, because I handled the prototype. Yeah.
But if you just didn't like the size, that's not going to change, obviously.
Yeah, I just preferred the smaller size.
Feels a little weird. Maybe a little bit of play or something. I don't know. My only issue with the one I got in the pre-order is it wasn't centered. Like, it was just ever so slightly off to the clips or the show side. Bugged the ever-loving piss out of me, right?
Yeah.
And I Loctited it like 3 times already. And I ended up I got new washers and put it in there. I think, and that fixed it. It's centered now, but I'm like always worried about it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this one doesn't have that issue. This one feels a little different. Like the lock bar feels. Just feel that. Yeah, the lock bar feels like spongy, which is weird. But it's not actually like a lighter D10. It's actually maybe stiffer. I don't know. Probably just needs to break in or something. But now I don't know what to do because I was hoping that the scales would be finished differently. So I'm thinking I might just send it off to my boy Backpack B and maybe have him do it. All he's got to do is tumble it, right? I mean, that's all it essentially is. Now, of course,
Yeah,
you got to
take a little bit of
You got to take the whole fucking knife apart, including the insert, and that can always maybe fuck shit up later. But it should be able to come apart and go back together, no problem. I don't know. That would be my solution. Either that or some kind of swappies on this. But I don't think satin would look good with this. I think it would look kind of weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I prefer that black and gray. It looks dope.
I like how this looks. My problem is, even my OG nimble, when it came to summertime, I just rusted. Like, I would start rusting the bead blasted hole and everything, and I'd have to clean it with flits all the time and shit. And like, it's just annoying to have to do that all the time. And it's because of the bead blast. I don't know what it is about this specific knife. The nimble, like I've had to do it multiple times on nimbles, where it just, I guess the way that this hole and fuller are done, the slot or whatever, it just is susceptible more than other knives.
But isn't like bead blast more susceptible to rust?
Yeah, yeah. And that's why I figured getting the black wash made sense. You know?
Oh, and you said that you rusted the black wash. Is that what you're saying?
No, you can't rust the black wash.
I was about to say, damn, dude.
The grind almost feels thinner too on the satin, but that could just be my mind being fucked up. I do like this. I like the feel. I just don't love the. I hate that finish, honestly. If I'm being honest, I hate it.
I love how you get it all out. You get it all out.
I mean, I knew I hated it though.
Yeah, true.
Like, I knew I hated it. I just was hoping he hated it too and changed it.
About the Xanax.
But I'm guessing that I'm guessing that QSP just can't do it because he clearly likes it this way. Like, even the prototype that was reverse tux. Oh yeah, that's the one I sent you, right? That one, had this finish too.
Yep.
So I don't know. I find it strange that he sends a prototype around that's altered. You know,
you like the one that he actually did himself, but that's not what he put out into production. It's like, dude, why didn't you just put that out into production?
Yeah, I
mean, that exact same thing.
Because he can't. Because he can't. But then I don't know. Then I feel like just don't send that around then. Just seems odd to me because it does exactly what's happening right now where I like that.
Yeah, right.
And then I'm stuck, you know. But I'll just I'll talk to Brent and see if he can do it. But anyway, I had a buyer. If anybody's trying to buy this, I already have a buyer lined up for it. I have to put the clip back on because this clip goes to this knife, and then I'm gonna sell it to him. I'm half tempted to just keep this one and sell this one, but I already kind of told him I would sell it. And I don't know. I do think the black wash makes more sense to have like matching knives. You know, I just need to get it to match actually.
Right.
So I could just ask. I'll ask John EMP. I'll just be like, "Hey, how'd you do the scales?" And if he can tell me, I'll just see if Brent wouldn't mind
Yeah.
doing
Just
it.
figure out how he did it to get it
It
how you want it.
definitely looks closer now. Like I'm pretty sure the original version, like the second run production ones, were a lot more shiny than this. I don't know, Joe. You tell me if you're watching, dude, because I know you have one or had one. It is shiny, but it's not. I feel like it was much shinier before. But anyway, I'm just rambling now. So, and the centering looks good on this one, so that's good.
How do you like that Moku tie pocket clip?
How do I like it?
Yeah, like I'm just not like into that kind of
I love
loud
it.
color.
I don't. So here's the thing: I had the kit,
Yeah.
and what I did was I just took the clip and put it on this one. I put the backspacer on another one because I had a couple at
Okay,
the
so it's
time.
not too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And I
think I
just
can do
I do a pop of color. I like doing that. So I have like the clip on this one. On my Jaeger M, I have just the backspacer.
Right.
So I kind of do it that way instead of going nuts. Like for the stouts, we only offered Moku Thai backspacers.
Right.
Part of that was because that's all we could really do. Which, by the way, they sold out. So thank you guys. All the pre-orders for the backspacers are gone. Yo, what up,
What's up,
Jared?
Jared? What's going on, buddy? Dude,
Yeah,
he sliced the shit out of his foot.
Yeah, did he end up telling the story last night? Because
I don't know because I got out of the chat like shortly
thanks,
after
dude.
he was talking in there. I went to
Yeah, I
bed. I
watched
don't
for
know.
like 20 minutes and then I had to, go to sleep or whatever. Fuck, I was
Right.
going to record
That's what
something.
happened. Yep.
Yeah, if anybody knows the story, like if there's a brief synopsis of what Jared did, please let me know. I would be curious.
I hope it's like cool, like he fought a fucking bear or something, not like
No, I
stepped on a
guarantee
Coke
you he
bottle.
fucking stepped on a blade on
He stepped
accident.
on a blade? Shit.
He had a fucking gash in the bottom of his foot and he reviews knives. I don't know. Like,
I
that's
don't
like,
he tried to kick a samurai. That's what it looked like. Like that bitch went
knife
all the way
fell from his
across.
hand, opened, and he stepped on it. See? That's what I thought.
Oh shit.
That is fucking weird, if that's true, by the way. Dropped the knife and then stepped on it. Like, you stepped on it, like, straight down? Like, how does that even fucking happen? What was the knife?
I want to know what knife it was. That's a clean ass cut.
Yep, that's what happened. I also have this package from Mateo.
Oh shit. You got some jerky.
Yeah, I ordered some jerky. You can scan this, I guess, and it'll take you to his Instagram. Oh, that's kind of cool. Somebody's giving him PR lessons. I like it. Thank you for your support. Enjoy. M-Bomb. He threw in some sabritas, I think they're called. I absolutely love those things. And then there's some candy in here. All right. And then there's, of course, he even has the stickers for it. Look at this. I had to pay.
That's cool.
I had to pay for this, and it's got my goddamn name on it. I think that's cheating. I should get this stuff for free.
Should make it taste better. It's got your name on it, bro.
Let's try a piece. He probably snuck in like a hot jerky challenge in here somewhere.
Is it hot?
I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
He's gonna sit there and chow the whole fucking bag now.
And that shit's good. Yeah. Love me some Lefty Luciano. And then I have a bag. So shout out to M-Bomb Jerky, guys. Go check out Mateo on Instagram. Mateo's awesome. He makes good-ass jerky. It happened so fast. I was on my way to take a thumbnail with 2 knives, and I thought I cracked my screen at the same time one knife fell. Hit the flipper, deployed at the same time all my weight.
Oh, shit.
Hit you hit the floor, which then the flipper hit the floor.
So
the flipper hit the floor.
Hit that bitch. It hit the floor. It popped it open.
What was the knife? Did he say? Did he say it was the mallet? It was a CMB.
No, I'm just using that as an example.
Was it after that video? I watched that video right before your live stream yesterday. So it was one of those 2 CMBs. That's funny. So this one's from TRM, and I just ordered. This is so dumb. It's too late now, but I ordered O-rings to dress up my custom Lefty Jasmine Laconico, but I sold it yesterday. I tried so hard to convince myself to like that knife, but I just can't do washers, and I can't do a Lefty frame lock, apparently. Like, I lock the shit out of the knife. I can't even, like, thumb flick it half the time. Like, it's annoying. And why is one of these smaller? That white one is smaller. And these would have never fit that anyway. So it doesn't even matter. These are stupidly large. But I guess that's what fits the TRM knife. So now I got extra O-rings for whatever. I don't fucking know. I just throw money down the drain. That's what I do.
That my Tactile Knife Co. Bear in Ultim shipped today.
It did?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm excited to get that in.
Yeah. You'll like it. I mean, you like Slippies.
Yeah. I've been wanting to try that one out for a long time. And you guys all liked it, how thin it was.
CMB stands for cut, my boy. I wish it was the first one, because the broad blade is what got me. I still don't get it. Yeah, Troy, I already told him to hit you up for a slip to match. So do you have any piss colored leather? Because
I just got the Ultim. I do need to get a slip, though, for my sharpshooter, for the sharpshooter jack. I do need to order one.
Yeah, boy.
And dude, Troy, I've been looking at your work, man. It does look dope. Kevin raves about you all the time. He hasn't shut up since he got it. So
it's the best. It's the best work, son. Have you tried any tactiles, Ian?
Grady's gear, nice, bro.
I did sell my bear though because I had the Jack Wolves. That midnight, dude. Oh, and the purple fat carbon. Literally cannot wait. Just careening the pants until that shows up. And I know he fucking sent me a Micarta one because Ben's smart and he knows I'm going to buy a fat carbon anyway. So.
So there's like mixed views in the comments. Some guys love the Ultim. Some guys hate the Ultim.
Dude, it looks like piss.
Dude, if it looks like piss to you, you need to fucking hydrate more. Like, God damn, I don't know what your piss looks like.
It's yellow. Like, come on, get out of here with that hydrate bullshit. It looks like
hydrate, man.
You need to stop buying piss colored shit. I don't know. Like, what do you want me to do?
Hey, leave me alone. I do what the fuck I want. Like you said in the chat, you're like, that's why I love Chris. He does stupid shit. Either he's gonna love it or he's gonna hate it, and then I'll tell him I told him so afterwards.
Yeah,
that's only happened like twice though, where you told me I hated it, and I bought it anyways, and then I wound up hating it. I think that's only
so I figured it out. The lockup on this reverse tux one is like a lot later than on this one, so that's why it feels weird. It's like spongy because you have to push it so much damn further. Like that's about as far as I would have to push the other one and it would drop. Watch. You can't see what my hands
What's
are
up,
doing,
porn
but look,
stash?
boom. Swings right down, right? Look at that. Swings right down. This one still pushing. There it goes. Like
Mr. Razor Magnicut HRC.
yeah,
Knife Life. What is it? Too soft or something?
I'm not a fan of that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to Matt if you're watching. I have to talk to you, dude. We'll see. I might have to sell this one and keep this one because I got this one dialed in, centered. The action's good. Like it'd be kind of dumb to keep one that I don't think is as good, you know. And if I bend the lock bar out, I'm gonna lose the detent, you know. Or I could just get used to the lock bar because it's really not a big deal. I just find it weird that it, like, you can't. Damn, I wish you could see. I'm gonna end up like Jared though if I fucking. So, you see the lockup? You see how the. All right, so the lock bar right here is like almost all the way past the frame. If you see that.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
It almost looks like it's at 100% lockup. So I can push it to there. It's still not even breaking. I keep going. It's still not breaking. There, it finally passes.
Go way the fuck out there. Okay.
Right? So this one, you can see the lock bar here is, I don't know, like 60% engaged onto that blade. And when I push this, it's going to like instantly pop off. See that?
Yeah.
So that little bit feels fucking weird. Like it feels spongy on here because you're pushing that lock bar so much farther.
Right.
Man, I am a picky son of a bitch.
Yeah, John had it right earlier. It said hashtag picky knife lover or whatever on there. That shit was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. What's going on? Crispy detents. That's the thing, though. I will say the detent, perfect. There's nothing wrong with the detent. I think had I not had this one, I wouldn't have even questioned it. But because I have this one and I know what that feels like, it makes me question this one. So, I don't know. And I know he doesn't have any replacements. So I can't be like, yo, let me swap it out. I'm lucky I even got that one. Wherever Tri-State is, the boys follow. Cole here? Is that douchebag here?
Yeah, he was here. But then there was
this fucker. I got
your sponsors were all horny in the comments.
My sponsors? Who are they?
Yeah, it was like we're better than Tinder and shit.
Oh, I just zapped them. Nobody else could do that for me. If anything would have went differently, it wouldn't have been possible. Freak accident. Yeah, that is weird. That's what happens when you carry around 2 fucking knives in your hand with your phone. If P is that color. Dude, you guys are fucking crazy. All right.
You guys are going to get him going now.
Let me just show you something. Right.
He's going to try to take us to school, guys.
I mean, it's like awesome. A light yellow. I mean,
it's like an amber yellow. I love that color.
Like if I wake up in the morning and take a piss, it's going to be close to that color. I don't chug water all night in my sleep, do you? Like, yeah, after I wake up and I fucking chug an iced tea and then drink a seltzer and then go take a, yeah, of course, the rest of the day it's going to be a little bit of a lighter color. But like you act like this is some dark ass yellow. That one on the right looks a little dark.
That one on the right looks like her kidneys are failing.
No, I mean it's still only like you're drunk as fuck. You woke up hungover and took a piss.
He's like, get on my level. Y'all bitches ain't drinking enough. I've had that color all the time. The fuck ever.
Dehydrated or whatever. I don't know. It's mango orange flavored seltzer color. How about that? It looks just like it too. There you go. Boom.
It's absolutely hideous. Morning of July 5th pee right there.
Yep. Alice, what up?
I love
in
it.
the middle of making a paracord pouch for fidget toys and challenge.
See, Tri-State's with me. He bought one too. I think it's hot too, dude.
That's cool, Alice. If you want to let me check one out or buy one, hit me up. It's the dehydrated Bexer. Bear. Why do I keep saying Bexer? Because you did.
That's fucking awesome.
You know when Asher's going to be releasing more Spiros with the hole? I know he put in an order for more, but I don't know when. Another fucked up thing I found out today, not fucked up, but like thing that pissed me off a little bit. And I messaged Brian Brown, but I'm not like asking for anything. I just wanted to show him because other people might care. Maybe I shouldn't tell you guys, but if you catch it in the right light, there's some really fucking like cracked ass looking shit in my camo carbon.
Where?
I took a picture and I don't know if I can show you. I took a picture like in the sun. So let me see if I can pull it up because I sent it to him on Instagram.
Can we get an asparagus piss, Ultim?
Dude, I fucking hate using Instagram and looking for a chat. I messaged him earlier today, and it's not one of the top ones on my message.
Yeah, I've been there, dude.
No fucking sense.
Yeah.
All right, so let me see. Yes. Okay, I'll show you here. So check this out. I'm getting there. Look at that, look about halfway down in that sunlight. You can see all the fucking voids. There's like cracks.
Oh, that's what the
shit.
Fucking dots and shit. Okay, I see it now.
And up at the top, it's the same way. Like here, is this the other picture? Or is that the one I just showed you? Nope, that's not it. What the fuck? Maybe I only sent him one picture. Fuck, now I lost it. If I go back. Oh. No, wait. Here. Oh, that's the other side. Anyway, you can see it there, too. You see it?
Yeah.
So it's just annoying because I don't remember that being there when I first got it, but maybe I was just so excited that I didn't notice it. And he can't do anything. Like, I bought it secondhand, and he doesn't have any to replace them with. But that's like the third thing that I've had wrong with this. So, like,
Joe said he's got the same thing on his.
Yeah, so I bought this new. I bought it off a dude, but he literally got it in the mail and sold it to me. So he didn't fuck it up or anything, right?
Right.
I get it, and the detent is just soft, right? So I sent it to Brian Brown. He said he'd adjust it. I got it back, and then it was a little too stiff. But that, that's me, he corrected it like he should have. I said it was too weak. He made it stronger. You know what I mean? He can't know the perfect detent for me. You know what I mean? Anyway. So then I sort of adjusted it again. I did a video on it. It's not out yet, but I adjusted it again, and I got it basically perfect. I may take another crack at it and make it a little bit stronger, but I got it dialed to where, I can't fail it. I'm at the bottom of the hole, break, and it pops. Bottom of the hole, push, push, push. It locks up every time. So, you can't fail it. And if I flick it, it flies out, right? So it's good. That was one, right? Detent was too light. And I've had 7 or 8 of these now, and 3 or 4 of them have had light detents. Second problem is the inlay was cut too thin, right? Or the tolerance on the frame is off, and the pivot actually sits proud. The collar sits proud of the inlay. You can catch your finger on this collar. Okay. Where the reason I know that is because I literally have another one in copper inlay, and this is flush. Nothing. Can't catch it, nothing. So I asked Brian about that, and he said, yeah, it's the inlay. Just they took a thinner cut of carbon fiber where they shaved it down too far, whatever it is, right? So the pivot collar's off, and then today I'm looking at it, and the reason I noticed all this was because I have this fucking white dot. It's so annoying. I have that white fucking dot right there.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
And I cannot get rid of it. I literally took my Factor blade. I was sitting in my car waiting for groceries to come out of Walmart pickup, and I'm going like this, trying to chip this fucking white piece out of there because I thought maybe it was like a fleck of something, right? And it's like part of the material, or like it got baked in with it, or it's maybe it is a chip of some sort. I don't know. And it's just like this eyesore to me, even though it doesn't matter at all. That little white spot, you can't unsee it. And every time I look at this, I'm like, fuck. And it looks like the whole fucking piece of carbon fiber is cracking. Like, that's what it looks like to me in that area. Let me see if I make myself big. You guys saw it, but it almost looks like that whole piece is cracking away or something, like bark. And then
I see it. I see
this shit too. Like, yep. So to me, it seems like this stuff isn't going to wear very well. So like the longer people have these and like carry them and shit, I think you're going to get really fucked up. I don't know. Hopefully that's not the case. Do I really care? Like, no, I'm going to get over it at some point and not care that much. But like, I don't know. It's just like things are piling up a little bit here.
Right.
That's 3 fucking things on a Riot knife that, I try to defend them, and I want to believe that they're still the same Riot, but like, man, it doesn't seem like it on this, but maybe that's because they made 2,000 of these.
That's probably a good reason why. I mean, and you
like
are
I have
also
this
the
one.
lemon king. If there's going to be lemon, you're going to get it. But you've had what, 7 or 8 of them, and you said like 4 or 5 of them have had issues. But that's also really good production run.
Detent is kind of been the thing, where I guess some people would argue it's not an issue, but I don't know. The thing with me with Riot was every company has a variance in their detent. You can't just have perfect detents across the board. They can't all be the same and all be perfect, right? Not happening. But the reason I don't trust We with anything is because their detents vary so much that, like, at least for me, 70% of the We knives I get have a detent that's too weak. Like, it's not in a range that's good. Like, it's just too weak. So I just, now whenever I buy a We, I buy fucking 2, and I hope one of them's good, and then I'll sell the other one. I ultimately sell both because they're Wees and I don't actually like them because the designs just don't speak to me unless it's a collaboration, and then I still end up selling it. But anyway, the thing with Riot that I could always tout was, yeah, of course they're going to have a little bit of variance in their detents, but it was always in a range of good to great. And you either got a great one or you got a good one and you were still happy. You never got one that was like too light or way too strong, where that's always the problem with companies. Like, look at Italy, Fox. You either get one you can't fucking open because it's too tight, or it's way too weak and it's just like flops out. And that's what I always loved about Riot, and it's kind of sad to see that kind of starting to go away because they're making too many knives. They're not able to focus as hard on each one, if that makes sense. Now, I'm not talking shit on the Jaeger. I mean, I kind of am, but like, obviously, I like the fucking knife. I bought 7 or 8 of them, which I think gives me the right to talk some shit. I still recommend the knife. Like, I don't, and ultimately, does it matter that it has some voids in it and shit? No, look at it. Like, it's got fucking green ass fucking shit in it. Like, of course, it's not going to be perfect. Like, the way to do this is to impregnate it with whatever the fuck it is, ceramic, whatever. And it's never going to be perfect. But I always thought the cool thing about fat carbon was the whole point of it is you're impregnating voids, right? I mean, it's kind of like it's basically what you're doing.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of the point.
So it makes it to where you don't have voids because you're literally filling them in. So I don't know. I don't know if that's different on the camo carbon versus the fat carbon. And I'll be the first one to admit I was getting bored of fat carbon. Because it's always the same 5 colors and whatever. And then people started doing the dark matter stuff. And that's not great because it's not enough color. It's basically marbled carbon fiber with a speck of color. I'd much rather have that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I would admit I'm the first person who was probably like, I really want to, I would love to see this stuff. So, I can't complain now that I got it and it's not perfect. But it's good to know that, like Joe said, his has it. So, like, I'm not alone. I think that white spot on there is what pisses me off the most. If I just couldn't see that white spot in my fucking mind all the time, I'd be fine. But it's like this just.
Is there any other
so
pictures of that knife and that variation where there's white on any of that, like green, like mixed in on anybody else's? Or do you think it's like.
I mean, it's literally this one tiny little spot. I don't think it's meant to be there. It's a chip or something. And for all I fucking know, it was my fault. Like, so
right.
Whatever. I still need me some fat carbon. Haven't had anything. I have no interest in any carbon fiber. I want my Carta on everything or G10. See, I used to love my Carta and stuff, but I slowly realized that I don't like my Carta. Like, I like the concept of my Carta, but if I look at my collection, I barely have any now. This is the Avant. I'm actually trying to sell this, so if anybody's interested in an Avant.
I got one too, guys, if you're interested. Same variation as Kev.
And the issue for me is, like, if you look at it, it's like browning right here a little bit. Now, you could wash this with soap and water and it would be fine. But it just, like, my Carta never ages for me well. Like, I always see people who, like, it turns fully black, like, with their sweat or, like,
I have no idea how to get that done, dude. I live in Florida and I can't get it.
I've oiled the shit out of this, and it never stays. It always dries out again. So, like, I don't know. I just don't have that much. And then it takes away. My biggest issue with my Carta is it takes away acoustics, and I'm a really big acoustic guy, where you hear this click out, right, and then you hear this, and it's just, to me, I'd rather hear that than hear like a sort of thud. I don't know what comes across to you, but carbon fiber adds to acoustic, where my Carta takes away acoustic. So my Carta gets too slick with sweat oil. It depends on the micarta. Some micarta gets grippier. So that's the other thing is, when you get a micarta knife, you got to know what kind of micarta. And then
that too. I hated the green micarta on the F5.5, which is one of the things that you told me not to do, and I did it, and then I fucking hated it and wound up selling it.
Yeah. Oh, that green was ugly.
I hated that shit.
I like the fuzzy stuff. Yeah. I'll tell you, the Kaiser shit is pretty good. Kaiser's like linen stuff or whatever they use is really good. Noticed a lot of people selling their Avants. Wonder why. I don't know. I mean, it's just like any knife, man. People
It is.
We have 600 stouts coming, and people are gonna sell their stouts. Like, I'm not like delusional and think everybody who bought one's gonna keep one, and it's like there's gonna be stouts everywhere for sale because there's a lot of reasons why. I'm selling it because I don't carry it because of the blade shape. That's solely the reason why. If this thing was a Tanto or a sheep's foot, I'd keep it because it's so lightweight. It's actually a fantastic EDC knife. Once you put skiffs in it and dial the action, it's freaking butter. But the hollow grind's sick. Like, I actually really like the build. I like whatever. The aesthetics are not, my bag, but I can appreciate them. I love the hole. Like if I just look at the blade, I love the way the blade looks, but in function, I don't. I need a low tip. And so I don't carry it for that reason. And I need money. Like I buy a lot of knives. I buy a lot of stuff. And I need to recycle, and things I don't carry get sold. And Jake got my $300. So like he's not gonna care. Even though I messaged him like I was breaking up with a girlfriend from high school and was like, bro, I'm gonna sell my bond. Like, I love you.
He doesn't give a shit.
I know, but I did it anyway because I felt like I should. Because now I can go around telling people I'm selling it and not feel like a fucking eater,
I can be like, you sold my knife? What?
Yeah. So like if you like the blade shape, then you can buy my knife because I can tell you this one right here is dialed in. Like it's fucking as droppy as one of these is gonna get. The action on it's smooth as fucking shit. Like it's incredible actually. So hit me up.
Yeah. Mine's just not getting carried. That's same thing. Mine's just not getting carried. It's not getting carried. It's money sitting there.
Yeah. And that's what'll happen probably to one of my Jaegers. Honestly, I think I like this one better, but I just like this Brittany shit so much that I can't like let it go. But I like having the flipper tab, honestly. The action, the detents are basically identical, but this one's stock. It came that way, so I don't know. It might just feel a little better because of that. It has the clean pivot collar. It's flush and everything. So like, if it was Brittany, I'd fucking love to keep this one. So it sucks. And then I have the Fanatic Edge one coming with the golf putter. So I'm thinking once I get that, if that one's dialed in, then I might go ahead and sell the Brittany just because that one will look fucking sexy as fuck too. Or I'll keep all three, but that will never last long term. So anyway, sorry, I just ranted for like hours. I don't mind the Avant, but I'm not crazy. I don't buy things that don't get me geeked up. You calling me crazy, bro? I love clip points and drop points. It's just the Avant doesn't do it for me. The belly to tip, I don't care for. Yeah, I'm not a big belly to tip guy either. Yeah. Acoustics are always nice, but I've never tried my Carta before. That's why I want knife with it. Well, there you go, man. Buy my Avant. I'll sell it to you. $275 or best offer. Question is, anyone ever sold a knife? Has anyone ever sold a knife, provided the tracking shows that it was delivered, and recipient is now saying never got it, and address was correct? Not sure what else I could provide them with.
I've only had one issue, and that was with shipping overseas.
Yeah, but that wasn't the same.
That was different.
Did that ever get there? I can't remember.
Fuck no, dude. It won't even, I look up the tracking number now, and it's lost. They fucking lost it.
Or he got it. And
I guarantee you. I think he got it and then just said that he didn't. I think he had it, to be honest. I mean, he seemed like a decent enough dude.
I would reach out to USPS. You can put in a request with the tracking number, and legit, they actually get back to you. Like Redbeard, I sent him back his midnight and his exponent and a knife he won off me and a fidget. It was like $1,500 worth of shit at least. And I printed the label at home, went to the post office, put it in the drop box, so I couldn't wait. And of course, it just says ready for pickup for like a week. And he's like, yo, are you going to ship that or whatever? And I'm like, I dropped it off the next day after I gave you tracking. Like, I fucking hate that because I feel like the person thinks that I didn't. Even though most of the time they believe me. It's just a me thing where I'm like, oh, now they think I'm like fucking around or, you know. But like if I give you a tracking number, that bitch is in the mail that day or the next one. Like,
Yep.
you know, I'm not fucking around. But anyway, it was like a week and it just said ready for pickup. And I'm like, the package is gone. Right. So I put in a request with the tracking number, gave my email, filled out the thing. And they emailed me like that night. They're like, hey, we got your request, whatever. 2 days or a day later, I think I got an email from a person who was like, hey, looking into this. It looks like whatever. We wait a couple days or something. And then I went to the post office here and they looked into it and they were like, yeah, we scanned it that night at 8:00 after you dropped it off. And I'm like, okay, you scanned it. You have record of that. Yes. And I'm like, okay, then I can blame you if it goes missing and I'll get my insurance money. Because at least I put like 1,000 insurance on it. I didn't put nothing on it. And I was like, worst case, I'll get the money and I'll pay him the difference. It won't be the end of the world. And then like today it got delivered. And I got another email from a USPS person. It was like, hey, just following up. It delivered. And they wanted to apologize and all that shit. So they actually do look into it. I think what they do is they send the request to somebody at the post office where it's going to be delivered. And that person is responsible for looking into it. And like, so that way they have a human being checking it, not somebody in a call center where like they get 1 million requests. It's just a dude in the post office in your local area or whatever. So long story short, I would put that in, but it does suck. But they deliver to the wrong address all the time. One other thing I'd note is like today, actually, I had a package, the Nimble. It was out for delivery. And then it never showed up. And then it said available for pickup. And USPS they don't have like descriptions or scans that say we fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, no. So they don't have one that says we put this on the wrong truck and fucked up. So we took it back to the post office and we'll deliver it tomorrow. No, it says available for pickup. Or I've had it say delivered in like literally says delivered to person or whatever. Like it'll say dumb shit like that. It's whatever the carrier decides to select.
Yep.
And it really means we fucked up. We took it back to the post office. It's going to go back into sorting, and you'll get it tomorrow when it goes on the right truck. And then I always got it the next day. And today I happened to be dropping shit off at the post office, and I asked about it. And I was like, hey, it says I can pick this up. And she went back and found all 3 of these packages and just gave it to me. I was like, all right, cool. So, I don't know. It could be at the dude's post office. Like, just reach out to USPS is what I would fucking say. Sorry. That was a long fucking answer for that. It's not. It's a satin with CF. You still trying to sell that, John? I've heard it's really hard to sell knives right now. Scotch and Things. Check it out. Shout out to Steve. I won't lie, Steve. Every time I say your name, Scotch and Things, I know your name's Steve. Like, I know that. But I always want to call you Scott. And I realized why. Because your fucking thing is Scotch and Things. So my brain wants to say Scott. And that's why I always have to double take in my head. before I talk, and I'm like, Steve, right? So if I ever look dumb, which is all the time, before I say your name, that's why. Because I'm like, Scott, no, Steve. He sent me this Gray Man Dua, which is the small version of the Satu, and this thing's sick. It's actually a good knife. I would put this up there like this is better than a Medford. This is better than a Hinderer. This is 10 times better than a Strider. Like, this shit's good, man. I could see he put graphite all over the tang, so maybe it has stick and I just can't feel it because of that. But yeah, it feels really good, especially because I think it's older, right? Didn't they stop making these like a while ago or something? Look at that action. I mean, it's all washers and shit. Like, cool knife. Now, the dirty ass G10 isn't my style, but Steve uses his shit, so makes sense. But cool knife. It is way smaller. Yeah, way smaller. Just added you on IG. Oh, is he talking to? He is. Guarantee you send 2 packages and mail the same day to the same address. It will get there on different days.
Oh, dude, I've ordered stuff that's come from California all the way across the country. Got here in 2 days, and then I've had ordered stuff that's coming from like PA, and it took 4 days, which it's on the East Coast. And I was like, I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I've outsmarted myself a few times. Like, and sorry if I'm nasally.
That's the reason why I click, like, you know, on some websites, it gives you the option to pay more for 2-day shipping or whatever. I just go for the free shit because I paid more to get there faster, and it took longer to get to me than it should.
It does. It happens a lot.
And it's like a waste of money.
I always get suckered into it because my brain is like, you'll get it faster, bro. But yeah. But anyway, I was saying, I'm getting over something. I think I had like a summer flu or cold. I don't know. I don't think it was the Rona. If it was, it wasn't bad this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my meds real quick. I'll be right back, Kev.
All right. Yeah. I need some wood to knock on. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, so I'm a little tired. I've been sick all week. Feeling a little better today. Still got the nasally shit. I fucking hate that. That's the worst. Not being able to breathe through your nose. Fucking sucks. Especially when you're trying to sleep. And then that moment when, like, you finally can breathe through your nose and you're like, yes. And then it clogs back up. You're like, motherfucker. Shit sucks. Hawaii Knife and Gear shipped me a knife, USPS, and it was here in 28 hours. That's fucking crazy, dude. But that happens a lot because they fly it. Like, whenever I ship shit to Knife Ninja or Jake or whatever, it goes on a plane. So it goes from here to New York or Philly, and then right on a plane to LA, and then it's right there. Like, but if I ship to you, Shane, in where the fuck are you, Alabama, I think, or something like that. They fucking drive that shit. It goes down, fucking 75 or 95 or whatever, and it takes days. Like, and then you ship something to like Mississippi from here, it takes forever. But if they fly it, it's way quicker. Yeah, that's how I roll. Mouth breathing. God, fucking hate that. It always gets worse at night. How many Evo 3s did you handle? At Blade Show? I think I just handled 1 or 2. I didn't like them. Compared to the 2.0, I wasn't excited about it. So I'm a little pissed about that because I got one, obviously. The detent was light as fuck again. Like, I don't know how they don't. I think they do it on purpose. So, I don't That's how I got addicted to nasal spray. Man, it clears that shit right up. So, Dean, I learned my fucking lesson on that one last year or this winter. We had that Vic sinus spray, and we used it last summer. And it says to use it for 72 hours and stop, or you'll get like fucking addicted. Like you'll get a rebound congestion, it's called. And I called bullshit on that. And I used it for like 4 days, right? And then I stopped, and we were healthy again. We were fine. And then I got sick again around New Year's or whatever. And I used it again. And this time I used it like 5 straight days because I was like, fuck it. It worked for 4 last time, whatever. And my nose, like, it got worse every time. So I had to keep using it. And it was like day 6. And I'm like, all right, I can't use it anymore because it says to stop after 3 fucking days. And I got exactly what they said. I got rebound congestion, which is literally worse congestion than the cold gives you. And I could not use my nose for like 3 or 4 days. And I went cold turkey. I was like, I'm not using this shit anymore. And I had to like detox off a fucking nasal spray. And I won't use it anymore. I'll take the Walgreens like maximum strength decongestion shit, at least maximum strength without Sudafed. You know what I mean? Because they won't fucking give you that anymore unless I think it's like you have to get a prescription or get it from behind the counter if you want Sudafed or whatever. And I don't want it anyway because it's like a stimulant. So I take like the decongestant shit pills, but I won't use nasal spray. I'll rather deal with this for a few more days because I'll eventually be able to breathe tonight and sleep. But if I use that nasal spray, I'll have like multiple days in a row where my nose never clears up. So, because what it does, Afrin is what it is. It constricts your blood vessels in your nose. And what causes your stuffy nose is your blood vessels are kind of like blowing up right now. Because I don't know why. They're fighting something or whatever. And it constricts it. So then what happens is when you stop using it, it fucking, like your blood vessels blow back out even bigger or whatever. This is a very high level fucking description here. And it makes it fucking 10 times worse. So I just don't even fuck around. A respirologist? Is that a real fucking name? A respirologist? I call bullshit, bro. I call bullshit. A respirologist? Is that real? Ah, come on. No way, dude. Told me only use the salt water. Hold on. I'm looking this shit up. Respirologist. Oh, fuck. No way. Yeah, pulmonologist. That's what I would have thought. All right. You got me, bro. You got me. You smart. All right. So the respirologist told you only to use a saltwater nasal spray. They have no addicting ingredients. Yeah, but they also do nothing. Like I have the one with salt water or whatever. That shit does nothing. So I take the little red fucking decongestion pill a couple hours before bed, and then I think maybe one more, like at some point when I go to bed. You're supposed to take it every 4 hours. And at some point after I lay down for a couple hours, it'll kind of like I'll be able to breathe out of it. And what happens is when you blow your nose, you're doing the same thing. You're expanding those blood vessels. So after you blow your nose gets more stuffed. So you cleared some stuff out, but then it's like you can't breathe through it. So it's fucking like double-edged sword, man. I fucking hate having a stuffy nose. It's fucking brutal. But as long as your lungs are fine, like my lungs are good right now, I'm not fucking around with Afrin. Nope. I know people who have been on Afrin for like years. Because they have to. They're addicted to it now. Because if they don't use it, their nose is stuffy. And they're like, well, I use it every day. I'm like, why? Because my nose is stuffy. Like, yeah, but your nose isn't supposed to be stuffy for 3 years straight, bro. Like, so stop fucking using it. And it takes like a week for that shit to clear out, and like your nose will be fine. Now I'm sure there's some people who maybe have to use it. I don't know. Like maybe you have some kind of sinus issues. I think I might be one of those people. I should probably go to an ENT or a respirologist and figure it out, but I don't know.
I thought I had
Partologists.
I thought I had like bad sinus headache, right? And I had this headache for like 6 months, and it wouldn't go away. And it was like the back of my head, which was weird.
Yeah.
It wasn't the front. So I finally went to the doctor, and when I was telling her everything or whatever, turns out it was not a headache. It had something to do with my vertebrae in my neck. I had a muscle insertion in the back of my head because there was a bump back there. And like my wife had told me, oh, I feel a bump back there. And I was like, no, you're fucking smoking crack. I was like, I just got a weird shaped dome. That's not a bump. And then I went to the doctor and she was like, no, that's a bump. She was like, it's a muscle insertion in the back of your head. And it's from the vertebrae in your neck. So I had to go and get x-rays done. And that was weird too, because I had like open my mouth really wide so they can get pictures all the way in the back. And my C6 and C7 vertebrae are narrowing, and I have a degeneration of my discs in there, and which there's no way to make that any better. So like, but there's a way for it to keep it the same, like to where it won't get any worse. So like I'm on medication now for like the next 3 months to figure out to keep that at bay, so it avoids me like having to have surgery and physical therapy and all that shit. Damn. Because the shit controls like my shoulders and my arms and all that kind of shit. So, and I couldn't, she asked me if I was like fatigued and everything, but I was like, dude, I work warehouse, my whole body fucking hurts. I just thought that was from that. And she was like, no, it's your spine. It's fucked up. So
you said Respirose told me, yeah. So wait, you're saying look up what? Saltwater nasal spray? I have that. He's saying look it up. It's the only thing you'll use. Are you talking about the saline? Yeah, just saline spray. You can make it. Like, I think I have a whole. Isn't that Neomed shit? I think I have a whole thing of that because somebody recommended it to clear your nose out every day or something. And that shit just made me feel weird. Like my ears would be popping all the fucking time after. Like I never felt right. So I stopped doing it.
Bro, I had the C5, C6 fusion. It was rough as heck, dude. It sucked. Yeah, dude. I've heard some horror stories about the surgery. The guy that I worked with had the same thing that I have, but he wound up having to have surgery on his, and he said it blew dick. And that's why I just ran and take my meds, because I have to take them at night. And if I don't take them, it gives me a wicked migraine if I don't take them. Like, because I was having the headaches was causing me to have sensitivity to light, like LED light, noise, and stuff like that. And yeah, so that was crazy. But more on the.
Yeah. So Greg, if it clears your nose in a few seconds, then it probably fucking Afrin. In which case, like I said, you'll fucking get addicted. It might work for a couple days, but it always like has lingering effects. Like I just don't feel like it's worth it to use. Especially like for me right now, it's not like the worst clogged nose ever. Like it's fine throughout the day mostly. And then at night I can deal with the fucking decongestion pills or whatever. It's just not worth using. I have 2 of the fucking nasal sprays downstairs from last year. I just refuse to use them because of what happened. Because my bitch ass will get fucking hooked on it again. Like, it's just how I am. Because it worked. My nose is clogged. I spray it, and literally instantly that shit is gone. And you sleep like a motherfucking baby, right? But then you wake up in the morning with a clogged nose again. Well, what does your fucking mind say?
Do it again.
Let me use that shit again. And then it says don't use it. It says use it every 12 hours. So then I'm like counting the clock at like 6 p.m. I'm like, can I use it yet? Can I use it yet? And then I'm like, I'll wait until I go to bed. Then it's like, I have this super addictive personality. And then when day 3 is over, my nose will still be clogged because life. And then I won't want to stop it. And then I'll be stuck fucking in the same situation I was earlier this year. Nope. No, thank you. I'm just going to deal with the fucked up nose. Like, if I had trouble with my lungs right now and like I needed the nose to like be able to breathe comfortably, yeah, I would probably do it just because you need that trade-off. But right now, like, I'm good. It's weird. My wife and my daughter, like, my daughter right now has a cough. And she's had it for a few days, and she had like a runny nose and stuff over the weekend. And that was probably the start of this, because then like Monday, I woke up and started feeling like, weird. So that was probably like the sign, was her with the boogers in the middle of the summer, like, something was coming. And she always gets like a bit of a cough and congestion in her chest. And my wife is the same way. But I never get the chest stuff. I always get it up here. Like, I'm always with the stuffy fucking nose, can't fucking talk shit. You know what I mean? Can't talk. You know what I mean? Talk like this. But my chest stays, even when I had COVID, like, it was bad, but like I never had it in the chest. It never made it down there.
Right.
So I don't know why.
I have C3 through 6, T810, LTL5 fused with dead guy bones replacing mine. That's fucking insane. How is the recovery time for that shit? Like, that seems like a.
That sounds like some fucking. I would just do stem cell
stuff.
Will Blake, good stuff, mate. Appreciate you and your content. Maybe less snot content, but whatever. Hey, man, we just talk about whatever comes up. Here's your ball tap with your cat anus. All right. You want to talk about that? So, have you guys ever heard of, there's a podcast called Dr. Death?
No.
And before Knives, really, I was really big into like true crime. Like, you can only I only have so much bandwidth, right? And you can only spend your time doing so many things. And like, before I consumed so much knife content, it was like true crime stuff. And Dr. Death is this series. It's a podcast. They've done a show now on it, but it's about doctors who literally are the opposite. Like, they take a Hippocratic oath, which is to do no harm, right?
Right.
But these doctors are doing fucked up shit, like either for money. Mostly it's because they have just these ultra egos and they think they're better than they are. And that's like the scariest kind of doctor. Yeah. Like, if you get a fucking neurologist, like a brain surgeon who thinks he's a baller ass brain surgeon, but he really is like a toddler with fucking like scalpel, that's fucking deadly, right?
Right.
And that's literally what this guy was. His name was Christopher Dunch. And he would do these brain surgeries, or like spinal surgery, sorry. And he would completely botch them. And like, he crippled people. He fucking killed people. Like, he literally crippled his best friend. Like, anyway, there's multiple seasons to this podcast. And one of them is the latest one, at least that I listened to, is about this doctor who he apparently like said he like came up with this cure for shit, and he would put organs and shit from like dead people or some shit into you and like get the organ to work. You know what I mean? Some shit like that. I can't remember exactly, but that's what that shit sounded like. Like, he literally, it was trachea surgery or something. He would take the trachea from a dead person and he would put it into you. He would swap them out, and then your body would accept the trachea, and like all of a sudden you'd be cured of whatever the fuck it was, right? But what would happen is these people, that trachea that got replaced, it would work for whatever, because it was, surgery, came out of a dead body, like a just dead body or whatever happened. But over time, it would literally like rot inside of the person because it was a
Ugh.
dead fucking body part. It
Yeah.
wasn't actually like working with the new body. And this lady literally like smelled like death because she had this part of her of another person that was rotting inside of her.
Ugh.
Like, dude, like fucked up shit, man. But anyway, Dr. Death, that shit's fucked up. That shit's crazy. I've watched the pimple popper. I saw something on YouTube once, and it was this like Asian doctor, and like it's just like episodes of her, and it zooms in on somebody's acne face, and she goes in with like these utensils and is like popping pimples and shit. Is that what that is? Because that's fucking weird.
Yeah, the pimple popper shit, the gross ass, like the big, it's fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, both my ACLs have been replaced with cadavers. I've had knee
that might have been the
surgery.
concept. I guess maybe his concept was it would work with other organs. I don't know the whole thing. I can't remember, but check it out. Also, if you guys wanted to enter the giveaway tonight, which is a Lefty EDC pry bar, let me get rid of this tissue before I go grabbing shit. Man, I fucking hate not being able to breathe. Out of your nose. It's a pry bar. I always say Lefty EDC, but it's not Lefty EDC. It's just Lefty. What the fuck is wrong with me? Anyway, it's a pry bar in here, and they're like $125, but I got both sizes. It's actually made out of N690. I don't know if you can see that, but it's N690 steel. It was like another slap in my face, right? I get it, and I'm like, N690 motherfuckers. But anyway, you can just put hashtag giveaway in one of your comments, and I will pick one of those later. There's a new giveaway thing on StreamYard, which is pretty cool. We don't have to play numbers anymore and fucking deal with that bullshit. Start, stop, start. Like, fuck.
Hashtag nasal spray giveaway. That's hilarious.
I've had my dead guy bones for 29 years. Yeah. So I'm guessing this doctor took that concept and tried to apply it to other parts of the body, and it doesn't work. But, like, I guess it looks like it works at first. And then nobody followed up with the patients, maybe. It was in, like, I forget the name of this Swedish fucking medical place that's like super highly touted. That's where this guy was operating. Then he came to New York to operate on a girl, and there was like this whole news thing about it and whatever. And yeah, it went bad is basically what happened. I'm pretty sure it's season 3 of Dr. Death. Look at everybody. Hashtag giveaway. You're in Canada. Can you enter? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What channel you watching? Yes, you can enter. I ain't no bitch. Ain't no bitch who won't ship international. Calling you out, motherfucker. No, just kidding. Some people don't like shipping international. I get it. I personally ship international all the time. So, like, to me, it's just going to cost me more money. That's all, which I'll happily pay. But if you do win, and I ship it, and there's import fees, that's on you. Sometimes they want like $12. I'm not going to pay that. I already paid, $15 to get it to you. I dropped the Hinkle 10 butcher knife on my foot in the kitchen. Goddamn kitchen looked like a murder scene. Jesus. All right, Deeves. Yeah, so I got an update on the Stout. I reached out to QSP and I asked for a ship date. And we've been telling people August, September delivery. I was hoping that we'd be able to over deliver because it was supposed to be 90 days, right? In my head, the math worked out where we would get them and they would ship sometime in July. And I was hoping maybe we'd get them out like early, mid-August and kind of over-deliver. But they gave me a ship date of August 10th. So it's probably going to take 2 weeks to get here. Then we got to QC check them, pack them, ship them. So it's probably going to be September like we thought or like we said. So as of right now, we're on track. I was just hoping we'd be ahead of track. That was kind of our goal. But QSP basically said the knives are a little harder to make than they thought. Because they have to, I don't know, they have to do something, fit something to the frame, then take them back apart, and then stone wash them or black wash them or whatever, and then put them back together and finish them. I don't know. Anyway, August 10th is our estimated ship date on the Stout. Now that's shipping to us. Then they get here, QC check, shipped to you. So I would assume you add a month, to their ship date. So probably looking like early mid-September is hopefully, if it gets earlier, that'd be awesome.
Troy said unacceptable.
Yeah. I'm pissed off, but I mean, it's fine. It's really only like 2 weeks longer than they said. And they never gave us a date. They just said 90 days, but you said, hey, cool, don't worry. I know. I was just kidding, Robert. I'm just messing around. 90% of the time, I'm just messing around. Yeah. So today I carried the Jaeger Brittany, cracked Brittany, we'll call it. And then I carried the Factor, of course. That's been my Lefty pocket knife for...
That ting sounds awesome.
Yeah. Since I got it back from Brian, it's been pretty steady. I did get the Native 5 from Colin for my birthday, but I've Loctited it twice now. I'm letting it sit for a little longer because I wasn't worried about the centering, but I can't help myself. It's still not centered. I don't think I'll ever get it centered, so I'm just going to have to, I don't know, let it go. I don't know what else I could do. So I'm letting it Loctite, though. So I carried the Factor because that is the only other left-hand knife I had. I had the Jasmine, but I sold that. And then, of course, I had the Avant, but like I said, the blade shape. And I have the quiet carries, but I carry them on, the weekend when I do yard work and shit. I find that Benchmade's clear my sinuses better than Sabibi. Waiting on my Nimble LL. Hashtag giveaway. There you go. You got it. You got it. What up, Stacy? What's going on? Just want to say hi to you.
Stacy?
Make sure I say hi. She gave me shit the other night. She said I'd never say hi to her, so now I'm overly saying hi all the time. She probably hates that too. What are you gonna do? The grippers are what? Are in. Should be shipping soon. Awesome. I gotta talk to him. I still need to get one. Oh shit! I totally forgot. Did you guys get a Praytheon today? The Praytheons dropped today. Let's see. Nope, not artknives.com. Arcade.com. I think it's .co. God damn it. What is .co bullshit? All right, there it is. There we go. Arcade Design, baby. He dropped the Praytheon today. And I did something crazy, guys. It's the first time I've ever done this. I've been meaning to do it and try it. And this knife is a liner lock, and it has a reversible clips. It seemed like a good fucking option to go a little bit bougie. I went Damasteel, baby. And then,
really?
Yeah, and then, because I'm fucking crazy, so I went with the blackout. I could not choose, dude. I went like this so many times today. But and I was doing it on my phone, and I'm actually glad I just did this again because I do think the black looks just a little bit better.
Gray, all the way.
But
all the way.
Part of me was like, yeah, but black with the black inlay, that's not great, right? So you know what I did? Your boy doubled down and got the Damascus inlay. Boom. So 135 bones for the inlay. And then that much for the knife. So that's what I did today. Luckily, he has a pay half thing. So I at least got to pay half for the knife. But then the collar or the inlay, I had to pay the full amount. Now, what happened was, so I did that, right? Literally a minute later. So I do it, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, God damn, I just spent $480, and then I got another payment of $320 later, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's all right. Like, I just sold some stuff. It's fine. Boom. My wife walks in and goes, hey, Kev. And I go, yes, dear. What? And she goes, I might have almost had our water shut off. And I'm like, what? She hands me this paper. She's like, I thought it was on auto pay.
Oh, shit.
It was a final notice, and it said they hadn't gotten a payment since August 2017. And I was like,
2017?
Yeah, I'm like, what, 5 fucking years to leave your water on? But the payment was like $220. So I'm like, there's no way that was right. But we almost had our water shut off because she thought it was on auto pay. It's hilarious. So, I dropped that, and then I'm like, it's okay. I just sold some stuff. It's fine. Our bills are paid. Then momentary later, hey, Kev, fuck. I was like, damn it. Can I message Israel? Be like, yo, can you change my order? Change that. Like a little crack feed. Like, can you change that, dude? I meant to do satin. I accidentally clicked Damasteel, and then I accidentally added a collar,
That's gotta suck.
I do have I had the prototype on the way too of the Praetheon, but I got to handle it at Blade Show. So I did like it. I'm interested to handle the prototype again because you know how it is at Blade Show. You're handling all this shit like you don't, or you're at like we were at dinner when he handed it to me. And, I can't, like, inspect the shit out of it, do my thing. Like, I have to handle it, flick it, and say, yeah, that looks nice, dude. Or if I really like it, be like, yeah, that's awesome, But I'm not going to be like, I don't like this, So it'll be cool to get the prototype. I'm hoping I like it because I just maybe committed $780 to it. But, hey, what are you going to do? That's why they call me Crazy EDC. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Never mind. Ask him to front you the Damascus till next week. Tell him I said you're good for it. Praetheon or Shiro Quantum Ursus NL. What say you? Well, one of them's not a pre-order.
Yeah. The Ursus NL. Isn't that like six something for that?
Here's the thing. The Ursus is like, why? Like, just go for the quantum. Like, I don't get
if you're gonna spend $600 on a Shiro, you might as well spend the extra $200 and get the quantum.
Yeah, like or here, I'm gonna pull it up.
Whatever, however much it is.
So we can talk. I'm gonna go run to my bedroom and grab one of those decongestion things so I can get that started. There you go. Here, Chris, talk about this for a second.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Chromax. That's what I didn't like about it.
Yeah, you're getting kind of a basic steel, and you're not getting that sheer go-off action that people pay for, in my opinion. So, like, it just depends on your preference, dude. Like, me personally, I wouldn't drop $625 on that just because it's not a bad steel, but it's not a great steel either. You're getting a wood inlay. There's no fancy packaging. There's nothing. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to have a more basic package, basic knife for people who want to get into Shiros but don't want to drop, $1,100, $1,200. But for me personally, if I want a Shiro, I want that action, and that's what I'm gonna pay for. How much is the Quantum? The Quantum, I want to say it's around 1100, 12, if you can find it on the secondary, right? Or on what's that? What is that only retailer that has them? Recon One. They get them in quite frequently. Recon One
Shiros?
does. Yeah, NAF's got it. 1100. Yeah, I wanted to
Yeah,
say
the
11 to
Quantum is
12.
usually $1,100.
But you're paying for that sheer draw off action, which you don't get on the Ursus. You don't really get that. If you want to know more in depth on it, watch Jim Skelton's video on that, because I was thinking about getting this knife until I watched his video, and he's got plenty of Shiros and stuff like that, and that's why I ultimately didn't get one, because when you're looking at 625 at that price range, I'd rather spend the extra money and actually get what I want. But if
Speaking
you're
of
asking that between that and the what's the new knife that's coming out for Arcane?
the Praetheon,
Praetheon. I mean, that's a pre-order. You're just gonna have to wait. So
I think
you
the
want something
Praetheon's
now.
gonna be
If you want something now, and you want to drop the 600
dynamic
bones,
duo is back. What up, Roman?
you know.
I think
You
the
can get that.
Praetheon's gonna be his most popular model to date.
Yeah, it
Because
seems a little bit more.
mainstream.
Yeah, not as loud.
It's
as
got
his
a
other
budget
designs.
version. It's got a sort of budget version. You can get G10 and S35 for under 200.
Yep.
Or you could go 20 CV and titanium for 350, or you could go Damasteel and tie for 640. Was it? Is that what I said? So you have all those options, you know. So I don't know.
If I was to own a Praetheon or a Ursus, it's get the Ursus, lol. But I literally just sold my Ursus and ordered a Praetheon, so don't trust me.
That's crazy, dude. That's funny. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Did you guys all answer how many people bought one? I'd just be curious because I haven't seen a ton of marketing on it. Thank you, Roman. By the way, I did read that right. Yeah, I did. Did I miss any other ones? I apologize. I don't think I did though. I've been paying attention a little bit.
I've handled a couple at Blade Show, and the F95 Zero was the best feeling one. I would compare it to a Koenig in terms of build quality and feel. The others just didn't feel as good. I've handled the F95 also, and I really enjoyed the F95. But with that, it's like almost a 4-inch blade, though. It was almost overkill. But I did love the action on it.
That's the thing. There are knives that are my style. Well, not my style, but they're knives that I think I'd like a little bit are too big. And then the ones that I don't know, the other ones are just too small. Like it's weird.
I liked the Neon Zero for the size. I handled that one. I liked that one. I just wish that they would do more with it, because like the plain tie version, like if they had some milling on there or something cool, which I've seen them do like frag pattern and stuff. But if they did more of that, I would be more swayed to getting one. I just feel at $700 for that plain tie, it's just not for flipper only. Binaries, you'll be a lot happier.
Secret. Why is it a secret arcade? Is it? Oh, you mean the what's that one called? Not the Praetheon. It's the one with Isham. That one. I forget the goddamn name of it. I don't know. That was a few months ago at this point. So I'd venture to guess they're coming in soon. It was Best Tech, so it's probably 5 or 6 months. What the fuck was that thing called? I got to handle the prototype actually at Blade Show, and I am glad that I didn't order one. I ordered the box, Plexus. I ordered the box because I just thought it was a cool idea to have a shirt and like some swag, and it was $30. But I knew I wasn't gonna buy the knife, so it was kind of weird. But I handled the prototype, and it kind of affirmed for me that I was glad I didn't order it. But I think people who like Isham stuff will probably like it.
Right.
I can't wait for the Leon Mott, dude. Like, there's no information on that ever.
Nothing.
It's a little frustrating.
I thought we would have at least some information like by now.
Or a prototype.
Of when.
Never
Yeah,
even
or a
saw the
prototype.
prototype.
Yeah.
I don't even think he did any. Maybe he
It
doesn't.
was just a render.
Yeah, so somebody asked about the Slims from Berg. The ones he dropped yesterday, I just had no interest in. I might get one that's like Purple Haze Fat Carbon or one of the cool Fat Carbons and Satin. I just don't like PVD. Like, if I'm gonna get a coated blade, I want it to be black washed. Which reminds me, this is gonna be how the Stouts look, and it looks really good. So that's good. Yeah, I just prefer a black wash. And too many people do just straight coated blades, and I think they look terrible. It looks like somebody painted it on. Like, that's what it looks like to me. I hate it.
Yeah.
So,
dude, the guy is sending me that pouch tomorrow. He's shipping it tomorrow.
oh,
Messaged
cool.
me while I was at Disney. Hell yeah, I'm stoked for that. Because I've been rocking this pouch from Zero Feud. And it's just a little like wallet pouch thing they sold. These are like,
yeah, but like, what do you
$18.
keep in there? Because it's all banging together. Like,
No, I bought a few things because like sometimes I'll carry the little dude in here from Worker Man. Carry that in there. I bought the Pharaoh from Pharaoh EDC. I'll carry that in there sometimes. I don't put it all in there at once. Like, I'll pick what I
Pharaoh
want.
EDC. I thought that was the Mr. one.
Sorry. Nah, that's Pharaoh EDC. Yeah. And then, or I'll throw it, like, what do I got in there now? Oh, got a beer bomb in there now. But, yeah, dude, I was looking at those, like, I was looking at those REs last night. I saw a few different companies.
That's all you carry in there?
Yeah. I'll just throw it in there. This thing's small. It fits in my pocket. I'll just throw it in my pocket.
So it's like a slip?
Yeah, at first I didn't realize the size was so small when I bought it. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger because I thought I could like throw my Hank in there or something too. But actually, I can't shove the Hank and the pocket tool in there without it being like fat as fuck. And I can't. And then, I don't know, it just didn't work out. It's like super tiny.
See,
so I just throw that in there and I throw the REs on there or whatever, change it up, and I just rock this in my pocket.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But the other pouch that I got coming in is bigger, and it's a really dope pouch. I'm really excited for that one to come in.
He says, may I ask, first knife at Army Surplus as a kid? I don't know what you mean. Like, what was the first knife I bought at a random place? Because I never went to, like, Army Surplus stores. So I don't really know. Like, as a kid, I didn't buy a bunch of pocket knives. Like, I was like a teenager when I got my first sort of like pocket knife-ish. Like, I had Swiss Army knives, but that was about it. So I never have a good answer for that. What did Winters have to do to your factor? It sounds good. So I had what I would call the easy thing to call it would just be lock stick. This lock was really heavy, and basically the magnet on the lock can affect how easy it is to open or unlock. And the one I had happened to have a really heavy or strong magnet.
This is a merch.
It out. What?
That dude told me it looked awfully close to a purse, and I was like, "No, this is my merch. This is my merch, bro. That's what I rock when I'm at work."
Yeah, so he replaced the hockey puck lock, the M lock, and then he put a tritium vial back here, which is dope. I love that tritium vial.
Alice, it's well, I mean the beer bomb and these are like just under 3 inches in overall length. They're like 2.8 inches.
Sick, Rocky. He owns one of the stouts from Blade Show. Dope.
I'll check out your Instagram, Alice.
Yeah, I'm still sitting here like fiddling with these two.
Oh, he said, what was your first meaning made your channel then to appreciate blades? What was your first meaningful made your channel then to appreciate? I don't understand the question or what he's asking.
Yeah, I still don't get the questions.
I don't get it neither. Like, what was the blade that got you into going, oh, I'm like super in, like got you into knives and then progressed into starting a YouTube channel about knives? I think that's what he's trying to say.
If that's the question, man, the first one I bought that was like good, I think was it a bug out? I think it was a bug out or the Kershaw Atmos. If that helps. And then I kind of went from there. Jim, thanks for the Devo jizz rag. It changed my life. So I sent him the FSD,
Yeah.
brown FSD, and I sent him a Devo like bottle opener and Hank with it or whatever microfiber. Yeah, those are the ones that are going to come with the knives, Jim. I wanted big ass microfibers that people will actually fucking use. I use them all the time and they're awesome. There's little fucking cloths you get with knives suck, I think. So I thought it was like a little thing, but a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like the FSD. But yeah, I actually wanted to mention Jim earlier, and I can't fucking remember why now. So too bad. I did watch your Pohan Lou video that you sent me to watch, and I didn't see a part in there where you talked about the detent. So I gotta watch it again, I guess, unless it was at the very end because I didn't catch the very end. FSD review currently uploading. Dude, that is fast as fuck. Like, did you get it today? Oh, all right. That was the topic. Thank you, Jim. Jesus, I'm a fucking maniac. So I titled this fucking live, How Long Do You Have to Carry a Knife to Do a Review? And maybe he's fucking with me there. I don't know. But I got the idea because I watch Jim's channel now as of late. Like, basically since right before I sent him the Stout, I started watching his channel more. I hadn't really gotten into it before then. He was just always one of those channels I'd heard about, people I'd heard about, but I never really like dove into, you know? There's just
so you've never watched his channel till this year?
Correct.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I think I saw his one video. I saw his video on the Grissom Riverstone because I literally couldn't find another video, and his was the only one that popped up, so I watched it. And when I was looking at that knife, but other than that, I hadn't seen anything from his channel until Dark Gravity told me to check him out and reach out about the Stout because I don't know why. He just suggested that, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll fucking hit up Jim Skelton. And anyway, that's how I first kind of met Jim. But anyway, I was watching his video about that Pohan Lou today because I got one in for review, and I couldn't fucking open it. If anybody saw the video, I could not open this knife because the detent was so fucking strong. Literally was indenting my finger. And he sent me a link and said, check this out. I talk about it. And I watched the video, and he, in the video, literally says, I got this knife at Blade Show. And it was like, he said he put it in pocket like 3 days. And he was doing the review. And it sparked something in my mind because I have this weird thing where I feel like there's this timeline for doing reviews. Like, it's an expected timeline, not for me, but like people expect you to have carried a knife for a week or like use the shit out of it before you fucking do a review. And for me, I get a knife, I do an unboxing. So boom, you get my first impressions right away. You could tell right away what I think out of the box. from there, really, I could do a review like an hour later if I wanted to. In most cases, I can look at a fucking knife and know if I'm gonna like how it cuts. If I can cut a few things in fucking 20 minutes. I can put it in my pocket and carry it. Yes, there's gonna be nuances and shit that you might not suss out that quickly, which is where sometimes like a long-term review could come in handy. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with carrying a knife for a week or two or a month or whatever some people do. But it just got me thinking about like, what's your line on that? And as a viewer, if you're watching, what do you think about that? Do you feel like a channel has less credibility if they throw a review up the day they get it? Or, you know what I mean? Like, people will unbox a knife and literally do a review. Is there something wrong with that? I honestly don't think so. I think
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It just depends on the person. Me personally, I like to have something for a week or two just to get the feel for it and everything, and then make my own personal opinion on it as I go. Like you, though, after I unbox it, in the first 5 to 10 minutes, I can tell if I'm gonna like something or not. In the past, I have said I didn't like something and then turned around and kind of liked it as time went on. It grew on me. So that's kind of the reason why I like having it for a week or two, to see if my mind changes as that week goes by. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, there's sometimes where I get something like I'm so stoked about it and I love it, and then a week later I'm fucking over it. And I'm like, it's not as great as I thought it was, or whatever.
Right.
So that's kind of the reason why I like to have it a little bit longer. But there's also those instances where I don't have that kind of time frame. I have a short time frame, and I have to make that kind of judgment.
I think it depends on the channel if you think about it too. Because if you guys watch my channel, and I openly fucking tell you every goddamn time I do a video, I don't use knives, like hard used knives. I cut shipping labels out and I cut open packages and I fucking do EDC shit. Like, I don't do anything crazy. So like, for me, I can tell you right away if I'm gonna like the blade or not. Like, I can put it in a pinch grip and figure out if, you know what I mean? I can look at the grind and the tip and I can figure out if it's gonna slice through this many sheets of paper or this many sheets of paper.
Right.
I don't need to spend hours chopping fucking cardboard to figure that out. But somebody like Neves, that shit he does, like I think he also likes doing it.
I like what he said.
Like,
whatever the reviewer is comfortable with. I'm
right.
only listening to 20% of their feedback anyways.
Right.
Makes sense. I appreciate the honesty. That makes sense.
I think that it's over, like, analyzed or whatever.
It is.
People care too much about that portion of it.
And I'm with you. I'm not a hardcore user, but at least with a week or two, I know that any problem that I may or may not have with that knife, I will probably have within at least a week.
Yeah, but I've had shit come up way later. Like, I don't know.
True.
Like, that's the thing. It's always.
But I feel like a week or two is like a good enough.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Like, if you look at it, let's talk. Okay, so like Metal Complex, right? Okay. Somebody was telling me the other day, it was like he has your knife for like 6 weeks or so, or 8 weeks or some shit, right?
Okay.
And I don't talk to him, so I don't know. But here's my assumption. He does what I do. He unboxes the knife. He gives his impression of it. He puts that knife away somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. Unless that knife is something really fucking special or his knife that he bought or whatever, he probably doesn't even carry it much. Like, he puts it in his pocket once, tests out the clip, walks around the house, maybe flicks it on the couch a little bit. Who knows? Goes back in that spot again. And then a week later, he's like, okay, it's time for this knife to be reviewed now. Take it out, flip it a couple times, shut it, look at it, whatever, and then do your review.
Right.
right? You're not consistently like I've had it for a week, but I haven't like carried it for a week. I
Yeah,
haven't
because
like
you're carrying
used
other
it for
stuff.
a week.
Yeah.
I've literally had it in hand for 4 minutes total, and I'm reviewing the knife. I do that. I do that all the time because I don't like the knife enough to fucking do it. Like, I'm not going to spend my time carrying around a knife that doesn't interest me in that way. It doesn't mean it's a bad knife. Like, it doesn't mean it gets a bad review. It just means that knife isn't for me. It's not exciting me. So it's not going to get my pocket time because I got shit like the Factor I want in my goddamn pocket. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. But my point being is you can do all that in a week, maybe. You don't need it for 8 weeks. But my guess is he
I
just
think
has
he
that
has
many
it for 8 weeks because he's got a fucking
because he's
list.
got a fucking case
Yeah.
full of them. Yeah, exactly.
He's got to get through them all. And you
But
don't
I
want to
think
be at the fucking
but I
post
think there's
office
like
every
a
day.
mistaken. I think there's like a mistaken assumption that he's fucking carrying that knife for 8 weeks or something.
Dude, there's
like,
no way.
He's not even looking at that knife twice after he unboxes it until he's getting ready for the review, and then he picks it up again. No, I'm guessing again. Don't talk to
Could
the
be
guy.
totally wrong. Yeah,
and I'm not saying this is bad because this is literally what I do. But I think there's like some kind of assumption that like there's
he's
more
he's
happening.
definitely got some type of system that he does.
Like that's how everybody does it, though.
Yeah,
I bet
everybody's got
I don't
something
know
that they do.
is there anybody else in here? Like Jim has told us how he does it. Like I'm guessing the guys who do the cut tests and stuff, they take the knife out for the cut testing and then they put it back into place. And maybe they carry it around once. But are there people who literally will get a knife in for review and then they'll carry that knife every day for 2 weeks and then give their review? Yes.
Unless I don't think so. Unless
those are the guys
their knife that they own.
for a year.
Unless it's their knife. Unless it's their knife that they own, they bought. Because I have seen channels that, this is my 1 month update or something like that on this knife, and I've carried it every single day for a month. I've seen channels that do that, but that's with their own knife. Now, if you're talking about loaners and stuff like that, then you're on a time frame.
When I review a fixed blade, I use it for bushcrafting tasks as the test of it, if it is good or not. I baton, carve steaks, do notches, etc. Okay. But do you do that for a week straight with the same knife? Or do you just take that one knife out one day, do all that shit, and then put it back in the closet or wherever? And then when you get around to your review, you do the review, right? It all takes place in a very short amount of time, is I guess what I'm saying. We're getting our impressions and everything for the review based off of a very limited amount of time, which isn't a bad thing. I'm just I'm just saying. But then there's like exceptions. Like I've done a review on the Factor already, and the one I had in for review, that motherfucker never left my pocket for a week. Like there's some knives that I don't want to review because it means it's over.
Yeah.
Like it's weird, but for me now, loaners are getting to where like they just sit in my knife case. Because like it's a loaner because I don't own it. And I don't own it because I didn't like it enough to buy it. Because I'm the kind of guy, if I like something and I want it, I just buy it. Like, yeah, okay, there's probably, and I'm not into customs really. So like I don't have that problem to worry about where there's like $3,000 knives every second that I need to buy. But like a production knife comes out that I like, I just buy it,
I feel like if you're reviewing customs too, you're reviewing the knife in a little bit of a different manner than you would like a production.
God damn, can't breathe, man. This shit sucks. Super stick. I don't know why, but I feel like I do the live streams and the nasal stuff gets worse.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on for a second. I just saw you swinging the balls. I was like, what the fuck is that? I looked down. I was like, oh shit.
My cat anus ball sack. Shout out to Gene and Kayla Johnson. Hey, it's the Johnsons. If anybody needs one of these, hit them up. They'll make you one. As a birthday gift, you know how it is. I Actually, I got a fidget in today that I was not ecstatic with. I have it up for sale already. It's how I am, you know. It's this thing. So it's called the X Lock. Thank you, Rocky, by the way. Thank you, dude. If you're not reviewing a knife a day, you could probably put it through more use. Yeah, it's the thing. I put up 2 videos a day, and in order to do that, I basically need knives to review. And it's just how I work, though. It's not like I never really planned it that way. I just like doing it, and I don't know. It's hard to explain. I get at least 2 hours of use for a 20-minute review. Yeah, see, and that's why I could do. Yeah, I don't know how many videos you put out, but 2 hours of use. Like I could film fucking 5 reviews in that 2 hours.
There's no way that YouTubers who post a new review every day have the time to use them much. Then there are the
That's my
weirdos
point.
that do long-term. Yeah, you know, you're right. You're right. When you got, depending on how many loaners you have coming in and stuff, and you're trying to move on to the next thing, you don't get much pocket time with it. You try to, but
so I'm just anybody who claims that their reviews have like all this fucking use and shit in it, and they're pumping out videos like that. It's not fucking possible.
Unless it's, to me, unless it's something that they own, that they've owned, and then they're carrying that in their downtime between.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But like I don't see that a ton.
That would have to be like 1 video every fucking, week is
Right.
that knife, and the other 13 videos are not, And that's exactly how my channel works. Like there's probably 1 knife every week or 2 that I've literally carried a lot of. It could be more. I don't know. Anyway, I got this thing. It's called the X Lock, and it's kind of because it looks like, an X, I guess, and it pops out and it pops in.
I like the sound of that. That's like super satisfying, the sound.
I just thought it would be better. It is cool. I just wish it had more than 2 clicks. It just pops out on each side. So, like, and then this side.
True. It's like, honestly, if you know knives and you have handled hundreds, you kind of know what to expect.
Of course. Yeah. And like a dude like Jim Skelton, you could fucking show him a knife on the internet and he could review it. Like, you know what I mean?
I love his reviews, man. I've watched Jim's channel for like 8 years.
Yeah. No, I love his channel too. I will say before I actually talked to him, I thought he was a fucking dick. But
he is. That's the reason why I like his channel.
But he's not like an actual dick. Like
but like that's the reason why I like this channel. I liked his personality like that. Like,
yeah, I'm the opposite. I'm like, nah, that guy's a dick, and then I stop watching. Some people like dicks, like you. When things are going good, I post 1 video a week. Some of them are I am a dick.
I am a dick.
Impressions, but the others are in down. Thank you, Grady.
I'm not stroking your dick, dude. I like
calling you one. Honestly, if you know knives and you have handled 100, okay, we talked about that. All right. Yeah, I think I beat a dead horse there with that topic. But that was what I thought of. I literally thought of it like 4 minutes before the live stream, and I changed the title. Cut literally because of Jim's review of that Pohan I was watching. And I was like, Jim just fucking said, he's like, I've had this for like 3 days. And
I like his review of your knife. I watched that review when you reviewed your knife. I thought he was going to shit all over it.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. He's not actually a dick. Like, he doesn't do that. If he doesn't like the knife, then he just films it. He films a review and he just sends it to you privately.
Right.
So he might shit on it privately, but he doesn't do it publicly. So he's not really a dick, but he is a dick. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. But it's like me, dude. There's plenty of people out there that think I'm a dick, probably, because they don't understand sarcasm.
No, and you're sarcastic as fuck.
FSD video just went live. Long-term review. Yeah, exactly. I had to wait for ad approval. Dude, he fucking has. I literally sent that on I think I sent that yesterday, and he got it today. And he has the review up. Case in point, baby. And it'll probably be good too. You guys want to watch Jim's review? What time is it? 11:30. Yeah, there we go. Let's watch it. All right, yeah, let's watch it. And then I gotta close it out. We'll do the giveaway after. Somebody remind me to do the giveaway. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta.
Damn, he said he got it at 3 p.m. Shit.
How does that even happen, Jim?
And did 2 hours of photography.
He's a maniac.
He's a fucking machine.
And honestly, dude, that's the reason why Dark Gravity told me to hit you up. He said, hit up Jim Skelton. He'll do the review and he won't wait fucking 8 weeks. That's literally his word. His words. He's like, he'll do the review pretty quick. And I was like, all right, I'll try that. And I hit him up. He doesn't disappoint, apparently. So let's see. I saw Stevie. What up, dude?
What's up, douche, Stevie?
I should say douche. I still want to finish your review on the RR, the double R. It doesn't look like it's for me. You can see how far I got. It doesn't look like it's for me. But it's kind of interesting to me. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta watch your review though, because you were like, I wasn't gonna review it, and then I spent some time with it. It was literally the situation we were talking about.
All right. While you're throwing this video on, I'm going to take a piss.
All right. Everybody let me know if you can't hear it or something.
What a lovely day.
Let me know.
Quick shout out before I do the big reveal and you figure out what's in this box. I want to say a huge thank you to my buddy Kev, Lefty EDC, for sending me one of his prized possessions because I had no other way to get my hands on one of these, and I desperately wanted to feel it for myself and review it. So go over, please give him a follow, give him a sub, and tell him what an awesome dude he is. Watch his cool videos. He always gets his hands on some really awesome knives. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for the full-size dildo, yes. That's good. Dude, I can't believe you put this together in the last couple hours. That's crazy. What do you mean big league? He actually got it up pretty quick. He got it a week or two after Blade Show. And he actually did help because he showed it on a live stream. He helped sell the last 10 that Urban EDC had.
Hey guys, Jim here. Welcome in once again. And as you see from the photos that I took in the beginning of this video, this is the often heralded Brown Knives FSD. And I've been desperately wanting to get my hands on one of these to experience it for myself, to see if the hype was real, and to share with you a knife that, if you're not subscribed to my friends that have this knife, that have reviewed it, I wanted to give you a chance to see it and also give you my unique take on it as well, because we're all going to think different things. This is the Brown Knives FSD. Now, it's available with two different blade steels, either CPM 154, still a great EDC knife steel. The base price for that is $775, or CPM 20 CV, which has a slightly higher base price of $825. I don't know what FSD stands for, and I don't know if that's really ever been disclosed. So I'm just going to come up with my own definition for the acronym, I guess. But let's get this box.
So, Jim, I actually know the answer to that. He said it has to do with Elon Musk. It was some kind of a nod to Elon Musk's FSD something. I don't know what that is or anything, but he told me Elon Musk, it was a nod to him. So Anyway, there's an answer for
box
you.
Open here and show you what it is that I'm blathering on about. Oh,
I took the acronym thing too far.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of took it too far.
Man, this thing is, it is something else. And it's something of an optical illusion on a few different levels. One
Full
is the fact
self-driving.
that
There you
at
go.
first glance, that pocket clip doesn't even appear to be there. That's how perfectly milled this knife is, and how precise Craig Brown is with his programming, with his design, with his machining. That this separate component, this pocket clip, is milled in a way that it falls exactly into the pattern that's in the body of the knife. And it really, got to give credit where credit is due. That is absolutely genius.
It is the best
inside of the little pocket. Whoops. Under the pocket clip, it's going to tell you made in the USA. Oh, yeah. Blaine, Washington. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? I totally dig this knife, and we are going to have a shitload of fun over the next, I'm going to say, probably 35 minutes. This is not going to be a short video at all. This is going to take 32. A while to get through everything.
Get your ice
because
cream,
there's a lot to discuss. And yeah, it's a big knife, so it's probably going to wander out of frame a few times as I'm opening and closing it. But that's okay. Oh, what an incredible, absolutely incredible beast this knife is. I'm going to lay this down here for a second because I just want you to kind of soak it in. I don't know why my camera's jumping all around like this, but anyway, apparently it's not going to be very precise today. As I flip the knife, I've got to say that it's got fucking sick deployment. The full-length fuller on both sides of the blade here serves well for thumb flicking. I'm just going to demonstrate all this as I'm talking about it. Thumb flicking, reverse spider cove flicking, spidey flicking, whatever you want to call it, and even slow rolling.
Reverse spidey flicking.
That fuller is huge. It runs the entire length of the blade, and it's on both sides, and it's extraordinarily useful. I don't care what your favorite method of deployment is, you're going to be able to do it very easily with this knife. Then you've got a flipper tab, which is insane. When you hit that just right, this is one of the strongest lockups I have ever heard or felt in any knife. It just rockets the knife out. Then you also have, if I can get it, I really can't because I'm not a front flipper guy, but you've got this area here that you can do the front flipping as well. So that's kind of like the final switching device.
Oh my god!
You can tell it took Craig a long time to design this knife. There's so much detail, even if you don't see it right now.
Final switching.
There's a lot of detail in every aspect of this knife. It's insane. It must have been an arduous full-scale development. Yes, we're going to keep having fun with that. Oh my God, that thing is just, it's wild.
How many of those did you write down?
Let's get the specs out of the way. I don't know if I can open this and have it off to the side and still have
I don't write anything,
yeah, I guess so.
Why.
So let's get the specs out of the way right here.
300, yeah.
Overall length is 8 3/4 inches. This is a monster. It is a big,
light, dude. Yeah.
long knife. Blade length is 3 3/4 inches.
Light.
The weight, shockingly light, and we're going to weigh it here in a minute, I promise. It's insane. When you look at this knife, it should be a shit ton heavier than it is. Got a titanium frame. You've got his proprietary brown lock, which we'll be discussing.
We do.
Ceramic bearing, ceramic detent, of course. A proprietary pivot, completely unique, looks amazing, really blends in well with the overall design. And a price of $775 to $885 in the base variations. Let me get the scale here.
He said he'd probably be done with the FSD in November.
I hate when I forget to bring that over.
So,
all right,
he's probably a little
This is going to
probably
freak you
around
the hell out.
halfway.
I'm serious. This is
150 or so.
This knife should weigh a ton.
See? Look at that. I messaged him about it.
It's 5.1 ounces. Now that may sound like a lot compared to a lot of the things that I bring out to you, but
like, okay,
a lot of the stuff I'm bringing out is 3 1/4, 3.5 inch blades. This thing is a monstrosity. I'm
surprised
so big,
it weighs that much,
and it only weighs 5.1 ounces. The next closest knife that I have in my collection that's a custom that's in this size, you guys saw me bring out from Plunkett Knives just a couple weeks ago. But the blade is super thin. It's got holes all through the titanium frame. It's a completely open design. I mean, there's a lot of material that's missing that you've got in the brown. Everything on the brown is slightly thicker. This should be so much heavier. I felt the same way about this.
Jim,
that was
I feel like
crazy lightweight for what it was.
Heavier, the other one. I think you were expecting that to be heavier than the brown.
It's brilliant. The design, the mechanics of it.
I can't believe
the grind.
It's over 5 ounces. I thought it would be like
it really is something to behold. And so the hype is absolutely real.
On selling it now. It's too heavy.
You've got a deep but very tall hollow grind. So it can almost look like a flat grind because the hollow grind is so tall.
See, look at that.
But it's a hollow grind, and it gives you very unique harmonics as it flips open. And it makes for a crazy thin edge and a really, really sharp knife. The perfect foreskin dissector, in my opinion.
I did.
The action is insanely fast.
Yeah, I could tell, man. That's what it seemed like when you brought it out. You were talking like it was going to be fucking lighter.
It's the fastest if you use the flipper. And it opens with a tremendous degree of force. It might be too fast. And it really can't be compared to anything else. In a head-to-head action battle, I think this knife would have full spectrum dominance. From lightning fast opening to kind of dangerous free fall closing, to be honest with you. That blade, it's like it has almost no friction as it comes down. I'm not a fan of the blade bounce, though.
Is there a friction?
It's almost impossible to time releasing this lock. Because if you release it quickly and get off of it, then the blade will slow down a little bit. But the blade drops so fast that sometimes you can't.
You just got to hold it down, Jim. Hold it until it's
dropping in, and it's hitting the blade stops so hard that it bounces itself back out. It can actually be kind of dangerous. I'm not being facetious about that. If you're not paying attention, I don't know, you're distracted, you're talking to somebody, you're looking away, and you thought your knife closed, and you just happen to run your finger somewhere near that insanely sharp edge. Yeah, I wish it had a fucking stopping detent. Let me give you an example of some really good free-falling blades.
I didn't realize you were setting up a joke.
If you control it, they don't just completely drop shut, but they're crazy smooth. One of my absolute favorites now from Anton Knives. You guys saw the review on this.
It looked like somebody chucked
this has an insane action. There is no friction.
Here, Jim.
But it still doesn't fall completely freely.
It does.
It has this, I don't know, it's like a speed limiter in some way.
Speed limiter?
And that's what I wish
was
going on here. Just because you'll notice if I really just use gravity and let this thing drop, okay, here we go. Boom. It still doesn't bounce. That's still locked into the detent. And this, if you don't do it just right, and I nailed it.
Get out of here.
Oh, look how far that bounces.
I have magic.
Not a fan of that. Is that enough to make me not want it? No, but it would make me be a lot more cautious as I go to use it. That's for sure. No way around it. Now, as a machinist, Craig excels beyond many of the biggest names. He's precise.
You just hold the button.
I mean, you can look at this knife
until it bounces and
his work is clean as hell. You're not going to see any machining marks, any tool marks, no tool paths. There's just nothing inside or out on this knife. It is as clean as a whistle. His work is absolutely top notch. Nobody could ever deny that.
Yeah, no, it's
incredible. And the milling pattern on this one is especially nice, particularly how the pocket clip seems to disappear. It's just damn genius. It's crazy. Talking about the milling patterns, there are 3 different milling patterns. I'm going to move my hands out of the way here so I can show that to you. So there are 3 different patterns to choose from. This one is my personal favorite, even though, yes, it seems like pretty much everybody got this particular variant. This is still my favorite.
Hold on. So, yeah, if you keep holding the button, that's what makes it bounce. But then keep holding the button after that, and it just settles in. Unless I just got really good at timing it or something, because I have no issues with that. For me, but I know what you mean. I just had to learn it. But, you know, if you put your review up in 2 hours, you might not know.
My favorite. I don't like Variation 2 at all. Variation 3, I kind of dig. It's pretty cool. It's almost like a combo between 1 and 2. But 1 is absolutely my favorite. It's almost like a frag pattern that has some style to it. You know, it's like if Ferrari designed something that had a frag pattern, this is what they would do. It's so wild, it's so cool, and it's just got this beautiful organic. Oh yeah, you know what? It really does. It has an organic flow to it, and that's something you don't typically see on something that's designed to have this much of a modern look. But look how he maximized how much blade is in that handle, yet you can't hit the tip of that blade.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Beautifully done. I love the diamond on there from the grind. And that's from where the fuller disappears. The blade comes out to its full blade stock and then comes back in. Really, I mean, it's so beautifully done. Now let's talk a bit about the brown lock, because it's another thing that makes it interesting.
Doesn't that sound
We're used to
dirty
having,
as fuck?
and the first couple times I flipped this, I wanted to go hit the frame lock or the liner lock, because it's a thin slab-sided titanium handle, and you're just expecting to have a frame lock or a liner lock, but you don't. It's not a traditional button lock, although it operates very similar to one, and it is certainly it's not the smock lock. I know a lot of people looked at it and went, well, that's just like a smock lock. Sorta, yeah, but it does operate differently, and the lock itself is a stronger type of lock. As we hold it this way, I'm going to pop up a graphic here on the screen and show you the cross section of the knife, and you can get an idea of how that blade is locked into that lock.
It's like
incredibly solid.
It's crazy.
And then all you're doing with this push button is you're pushing that lock out of the way so that the blade falls out of that notch. It's very simple in its idea, but I'm sure the execution had to be a son of a bitch to figure out. Prototyping this knife really had to be a son of a bitch. I can't even imagine the headaches it must have caused. There are certain ways that if you hold the knife that you'll accidentally. I did this a couple of times.
Later, earlier. Robert. Thanks for stopping by, brother.
I was using the flipper, so I used the flipper. No, what was it I was doing? I don't remember, but there was a couple of times the way that I held it. Yeah, it just protrudes a little bit much for my liking.
Watch my tip there.
I would have much rather had this pocket a little bit deeper.
Send it
and
back
you see
to
how
memes.
Let me see if I can zoom in on that, or at least get it to focus. You see how the button, when the blade is engaged against the lock, you see how flush it goes? I would prefer that to be its outermost position instead of popping up that much, because it's just a little too easy to activate. By the way, that is another way that you can deploy this knife. If you got the rhythm down, you can certainly do that. Just release the lock.
Better at it than me. I suck at that.
And do it that way. It's actually, that changes the sound of it a little bit. Anyway, so that's the whole idea behind the brown lock. It seems to be extraordinarily strong. I don't know to what degree Craig has tested the lock. That was it. I was thumb flicking it, and my knuckle and my finger hits the lock every now and then. I'm sorry, I did not thumb flicking it, reverse flicking it.
Yeah.
That's right where my finger wants to sit because of the size of the knife. If this knife was a 1/4 inch larger or smaller, I don't think I would have that issue. But you know, again, it doesn't prevent me from wanting the hell out of this knife. It's just something I'd want to be aware of
like
when I go carry it, just to be a little extra cautious.
My spot is
I love
here,
the design. I love the milling pattern. I love everything
up.
about it. But there's something about the finish that comes off looking like aluminum. And I'm not a fan of that. There could have been a lot of different ways to finish this. Some satin on the high points or bead blasting. I know he's done a couple anodized colors. Stonewashed. Well, this is stonewashed. There's just got to be something that would have made this look more like titanium, because when you look at like the pivot, you could clearly see that nice dark rich color that we always associate with titanium, right? And this is so bright, it's almost white, which is a lot like what you would see in titanium. So that's it throws me off a little bit. I really like to see something in more of that titanium color that we're accustomed to, especially once it's been media blasted with something.
I've never thought of that. I actually like the way it is.
And I would especially love to see it 50 shades darker in a full, true black DLC. The whole knife, 100% all black DLC.
That would look sick.
That would be wicked as shit. It'd be pure evil and intimidating in this large size.
That would be a fucking ridiculous knife. I should get that done.
The enjoyment of deployment on this knife. I don't care what you do, but
here we go. The enjoyment
if you
of
use
deployment.
the flipper.
TM.
Oh God. It's there's nothing else like it. Nothing else feels like that when you use the flipper. It's kind of insane. Now some are going to say it's expensive, but fools seldom differ.
FSD?
And honestly, for this amount of detail, this amount of precision, for me, the price is dead on. I don't think that it's exorbitantly overpriced. There's a tremendous amount of engineering that went into this.
That price is
I can't even imagine. Excuse me. Oh, hiccups are hitting me again. The amount of machine time that goes into fabricating this knife and finishing this knife. I'm sure the secondary market is nuts because they're almost impossible to get.
It is.
For me, it actually
they go for like $1,200.
I know that I can't buy it directly. I believe that my order would be canceled if I somehow got through on a drop. And here's where we're going to get into story time.
Yes.
For those that have followed me for a long, long time, it's probable that the first time you ever heard of Craig Brown was on my channel. The very first knife that he designed, he actually made one of the very early ones for me. For the purpose of review. And then when he released his second model, the Servo, he made one of those for me as well. He did a really cool purple anodizing, which is a pain in the ass, with Damasteel inlays and a Damasteel blade. They were absolutely gorgeous. And here's one thing, clearly he doesn't know, and there may be a lot of you out there that don't know either. When you're doing what I'm doing and Metal Complex is doing and Lefty EDC, all of us that review knives on YouTube, but really any reviewer of any product, you're going to buy, sell, and trade all the time because we're just like every other collector, but we have a little bit more stress to it. We need to always have new product for content, always. And the way I do things, because I'm taking time out of my regular work to do this, a lot of times a maker will make a knife for me and I get to keep it. It's great. I get a great knife out of it. If it's a worthy knife to review, I put a review out there. I've discussed that many, many, many times. And they get great promotion. And you figure after selling 3 or 4 of their knives, they've paid for whatever they have into whatever they made for me. And that's a good percentage of the knives that I've been able to get that you see me just do a review on. Now, most of the knives across my many, many videos on my channel, I've paid my own money for. They were part of my collection, and I videoed them. And then there's a percentage of knives that are sent out to me either by collectors, like Lefty EDC sent this one, or a maker will make a knife. Maybe it's a prototype, maybe it's their production model, whatever. I'll review it and send it back. But in Craig's case, he made both of those knives for me. and I didn't have to pay for them. And it was a wonderfully generous thing that he did. And I thanked him probably a zillion times for it. And I really enjoyed the knives. And after a very long time of owning them, I'm talking more than a year, I think closer to 2 years for at least the servo and longer for the first one, I sold those knives. That's what we do. We constantly rotate our collection. And I mean, makers know this. That's not a surprise. Apparently, Craig didn't like that. One day I was like, I wonder why I'm not seeing Craig's posts anymore. Is he not making knives anymore? And I went and looked, and he had blocked me. Like, what the shit? Why would Craig Brown block me? Then I see a comment that he made somewhere else on somebody else's page or on Facebook or somewhere. I don't really recall what. He was making really, really nasty comments about me. And I was like, holy shit, I can't even believe that. I loved the knives that I had, and I felt that I did his work justice. And I got a lot of people interested in his work and got his name out there. And instead of just messaging me or calling me, he had my phone number and saying, hey man, I kind of took that personally when you sold those knives. What's up with that? I would have been perfectly fine to have that conversation with him, because the truth of the matter is the first one that I sold, the original one, I did that as I was chasing a knife that I really, really wanted, and I wanted to review and I wanted to own it. And that went off with 5 other knives in order to pay for it. And the second one, to be perfectly honest with you, it was when I was having a slow time in business and I had to expand my shop and buy more materials, and I didn't have the money to do it. And listen, my knife collection has always funded my primary business. And this was a few years ago when I was in between bigger orders and stuff like that. I'm very fortunate I don't have to do that now, but it was a time where it was sink or swim. And you know what? I'm going to put food on my family's table, and I'm going to buy the materials I need to make the knives that I make, no matter what. And that was certainly, again, not the only knife that was sold at that time. And I do remember that period in time, and I sold 3 knives that I never thought I would ever part with in my life. So at least he was in good company. But instead, he chose to get offended for some reason, block me, and then say horrible, nasty things about me in public. And I just don't get it. I'm just not that kind of guy. Yeah, I like to play a dick on the internet because it's fun. But as far as actual, real interpersonal relationships, I'm not like that. I can't do that to people. So while it would be easy for someone like me to come out here and bash this knife and take pot shots at him or act like I don't like it in order to do something,
you're gonna get me blocked.
Again, that's not who I am. I wanted to get my hands on this knife because I want one personally after I've heard so much about it. And I held it and went, yes, this solidifies it. I do want to have one of these, but I absolutely want to share this with other people, because there are going to be people that are subscribed to me that are not subscribed to Kevin, that aren't subscribed to Metal Complex, that aren't subscribed to, I'm trying to think, I think Dr. Funky has one as well. And I really wanted to get this out here and show people what a crazy, crazy ass knife this is. The level of workmanship, the detail, the quality, the machining skill, the action, the sharpness of the blade, the beauty of the grind, the incredible pivot, the unique locking system, the multiple methods of deployment. There's so much to like about this knife. If you don't find at least 3 things about this knife that blow you away, you're absolutely insane.
Here we go.
And are probably farting suppositories daily. Now, whether Craig and I are ever going to mend the fence, I mean, I would have certainly had any conversation with him he would have liked to have had, but I didn't have that opportunity. He can just tell me I'm a felonious scissor dick, I guess. But I certainly hope that he has great success with this knife. Like I said, I truly believe that if I ordered one of these, if I was lucky enough to catch one of the drops and ordered it, I think he would probably have seen my name and shipping address and canceled the order. So I haven't bothered to try. I do have a buddy that's looking at selling one that's exactly like this one, and I'm probably going to buy it from him if I'm able to do it. I don't know what his price is yet. I don't know if if he paid secondary market or if he got it for table price or not. But I'm going to try my best to get it. Hopefully I can trade into it. But if I got to find a way to come up with the cash, I will, because this is one of those knives that I want to have in my collection. Do you know how many times makers do crazy milled patterns in their frames and you can't get the knife in and out of your pocket because of all the milling and it just snags and it's a pain in the ass? Yeah, not so with this. It goes in and out just exactly the way you want it to. And let's not forget also, Craig offers a lifetime warranty on the mechanics of his knife as long as the knife isn't modded. As long as you haven't done some stupid thing to it, you don't have to worry about it. It's covered for as long as he's alive and making knives. And he offers free resharpening. So his customer service after the sale is good. The quality of his knives is phenomenal. His creativity is nearly boundless. Yeah, I'd love to come out here and say, oh, this and this and this horrible thing about this man and his knife. And I can't, because it's not truthful. The knife is spectacular. The design is fantastic.
Here we go.
The ergonomics for such a large knife are fantastic. The grind is exceptional for an EDC. Yeah, it's got a couple little niggles to it. Yeah, the blade bounce really irks the living shit out of me. But that's something that I believe that truly he could fix pretty easily.
There, you just did it.
And you know what? Maybe over time, you just get the timing down with that lock, and you don't have to worry about it. Because if you can get the lock to release again, so my finger's off the lock now.
He did say he might be doing a mini.
It actually takes a little bit of a shake to get the blade in there. Problem is, the blade wants to go so fast due to its size, you can't always get your finger off the button.
You can crank the pivot down, probably.
But that's really about it.
I have it pretty tight. I don't know.
If this was made by almost anybody else, this would be a $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 knife in this configuration. Yes, I'm aware that he has more expensive ones when they get anodized and things like that, but I still don't think they're that much.
They're like
compare this to something like a Roosevelt, which, by the way, I'm going to have one of those in my hands in about 2 weeks to review. We've seen the secondary market on that, and it's insane.
You want me to send you that
for a knife that was that inexpensive to go for $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 and more? That's stupid. But this one, I could almost justify at that price. That's why I say when I look at this at $775, $825, $850, I don't think that it's crazy priced at all. Not for a custom knife. No, and it's got one of the most unique lock and deployment systems there is. I mean, it puts you right up there with
the winner blade factor
as far as the uniqueness of how it feels when you're playing with it and how much you want to play with it. Shit. You just want to sit there.
You just didn't want to say that in the video.
In any number of ways.
You're going to get blocked by some people.
It's just fun. And it really is a great thumb flicker, too. A lot of times when you get a knife that's really, really good at reverse spider flicking, it's not a good thumb flicker. But this is because you don't have to pick a tiny little area to flick from. You have all this room.
Them kids do.
And I also love the fact that I can open it like a Sebenza if I choose to. So this thing has been a shit ton of fun. Thank you, Kev, man. I really, really, really appreciate your generosity. This is not a cheap knife to risk to the United States Postal Service. Oh my God, they're the worst. But thank you for taking the risk. I have had a lot of fun with this. I'm going to hold on to it for another day or two and play with it some more, and just have some fun with it. And I'm going to try to convince my other friend to give me a sweet deal on his, because I'm going to feel like there's a hole in my collection if I don't have one. And I tell you one thing, if he ever comes out with a complete pure all black, it was the kids call it murdered out, all black DLC version, that's probably going to make me cry, because that would, to me, in this configuration with this milling pattern, but all black would just be the tits. It would be super cool. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. We're getting up over a half hour now, but I just wanted to get this out here, and I really wanted to share with you guys an honest opinion of a knife that I should not like, that I should have, I don't know, something against. But I don't have anything against the maker either. I think he's extraordinarily talented, and I'm really happy to see the success that he has. And I'm really happy to see the new design. He's doing some really cool shit. So go check him out. I've got his Instagram and everything in the video, plus in the description down below. And please don't forget to support my Patreon. It helps me do stuff like this. Support the Patreon for as little as $5 a month, and you get a chance to win cool, free stuff all the time. That's my way of thanking you for supporting me. And I thank you guys for a decade of watching my videos. It's been a tremendous amount of fun. And I will see you on the next video.
All right. Sweet. Thanks for the video, Jim. Kept me from talking some more. My nose is kind of cleared up a little bit. That was good, man. You're a bigger man than me. If somebody sent me a fucking custom Gavco right now, I'd fucking shit all over it. No,
dude, his reviews, man.
Review
you ever watch like them infomercials at like fucking 2 a.m. and they're like the Wonder Mop, and it's like this great fucking thing. Every time I watch one of his reviews, I'm like, I'm gonna go spend $1,500 on a fucking yeah.
Oh, no problem, dude. No problem. Yeah, if you ever want to check anything out, I'm happy to send it. I like sending my knives out. Keeps me from getting bored of them and selling them. Like my Evo 2.0, I've had for a year and a half, and I've probably had it that half a year. It's been out on loan for at least a year's worth of time. So, yeah, that's just how I roll. All right, let's do this giveaway, and then we can close it because I got to get to sleep. I got work in the morning. But yeah, good video, Jim. And,
yeah, that was dope.
So let's figure this out. Giveaway tool. All right. If you haven't entered, you just have to do hashtag giveaway in the comments. It can be in your comment. It can just be hashtag giveaway, but that's how you enter. I'm about to pull the winner. So if you want in, do it now. You're going to get the KPL rust prevention tab, some swag, and this Lefty pry bar. So it's got micro bits and 1/4-inch bit slots, even though I couldn't fit a 1/4 inch in there. But I was using Weehaw, which normally is good, but I don't know, whatever. Pull this out. Go ahead and close it up. My little tradition here. All right, there it is, all closed up, ready to ship to a mother trucker. And so what do I got to do? Let's just share the screen.
John, what's up, old man?
Grateful Panic. All right, so you share this giveaway tool screen, broadcast Lefty live. How long do you have to carry a knife? Match text, hashtag giveaway. Start collecting comments. There we go. We got 8 entries. Nice. That's it? No. Did I spell it wrong?
Pocket stuff. You spelled giveaway wrong. I'm just letting you know, bro.
Did I spell it wrong? Because that seems weird.
I don't know.
Maybe it's only, oh, is it only active people? What? It doesn't go all the way back? Because that would be dumb. All right. So if you're watching and you want to win, enter that comment. So it's basically a fucking numbers game, right?
I don't know.
Like,
dude.
It's not pulling everybody's comment going back. You have to do it live. So, like, they all have to enter hashtag giveaway again right now.
No problem.
So I apologize. If you want in, enter it now. I'll give you a minute to do it. So at 12:07 or whatever, I'll fucking pull it. Sorry, I didn't know. Blame Mattisfaction for suggesting the new giveaway tool. I'm just kidding. I do like this actually because it's essentially the same thing. I just don't have to do a number.
We're gonna do a number game. Pick a number 1 through 1,000. Tori KC, that's not hashtag. That's a dash mark.
Yeah, I think it filters duplicates. I think I read that it filters them.
Giveaways are allergic to me. Don't ask me to do a fucking giveaway. I'll fuck that shit up. Last time me and Kyle had to do that shit with the number shit, that was a dumpster fire.
Yeah, this is definitely easier. I just wish it had explained that. I thought they could enter it throughout the live, right? But it makes sense because the person at the beginning of the live might be gone now, and then it's stupid. You want somebody who's live here doing it. Okay, I'm about to hit draw right now. Damn, that shit.
Dude, that threw me off. I thought.
Yeah, that shit was pretty cool. Droomy Tunes. Yo, bro. Congrats. All right, that was fun. I liked it. I know I got your heart going. Oh, my God, with this naked bullshit. Are there any moderators up in here? Could somebody fucking zap that mother trucker? An error.
See no titties. You guys want to see us.
I mean, nobody wants to see your naked shit, or they want to see my naked ass. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag cheap sex. Yeah, that'll be the next one, Jim. All right, Droomy Tunes, hit me up. Email me, leftyedc88@gmail.com. And I'm just here for the cheap sex. Oh, okay. Thanks for the clarification. Yeah, so that was fun. And man, I've been flicking this nimble the whole night and just contemplating like what to do, you know?
You're gonna sell it.
I mean, I have two.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna sell one.
You're gonna fucking sell it. Just sell it.
Both of them?
Well, you're bitching about the finish on the one.
And the lock bar on the one.
And the lock bar is the bigger issue.
This one I'm not really bitching about because I fixed the centering. It has a little bit of lash, but not a lot. It's really just fine.
Keep that one and get rid of the other one.
I know, but I feel bad because there's a dude I said I'd sell it to. But I did say as long as I got this one and it was good. It's just not. Maybe he
covered your bases.
It's not that it's bad. It's just that I have this one, so I know how that lock bar feels.
Jim, we know there's hot freaking singles in his area. It's called Kyle. That's what he's looking for. He's been trying to hunt down Kyle's ass for months.
There's hot singles.
He got some sweet shit at Blade.
Oh, that is a great question, Planet. Should I buy the new Raytheon or a GOM? All right, before we wrap this up, let's answer that question. So, Plenipote, are you a sort of lightweight EDC guy? You just want a like an EDC knife to carry around, or do you mind like a thicker, stouter type knife? Because the GOM is pretty thick. Now it's contoured, but it's pretty thick and it's pretty heavy. So it's more robust, so to speak, where the Raytheon is going to be more of a EDC knife. It's going to be a little bit slimmer and lighter and stuff like that. So I don't know. I ordered both. I have two GOMs on pre-order, and I have the Damasteel Raytheon on pre-order. So, and I haven't spent much time with the prototype Raytheon, so it's hard for me to say. I'm a bigger guy. I would go GOM. Yeah, I would go GOM if you're a bigger dude. Arcane's knives are usually 3.5 inches. I think the Raytheon's like right around there. And the GOM, I think, is actually like 3.5 too, or 3.3 or something. But it feels EDC, bigger.
Jim.
God, oh, dude, Jim. Come on. Here, I'll show you.
He likes big knives. I'm surprised he hasn't fucking heard of that one.
Have you heard of the Gungnir, Jim? You'd probably love a Gungnir.
Old dog. The website you're looking for is my OnlyFans. I go under the name Mike Honcho.
So this is the GOM right here. I got this murdered out one, and then I also got this one. It's like a sheep's foot blade, micarta bolster lock. You can get it with a wire clip or a milled clip, Riot made, pivot collars. It's really sick. I did a review on the prototype. I'm sure if you message Chris, he'd add you to the list, or I could talk to him for you if you want, Jim. And then this is the Gungnir. You have to have seen this knife. This would be right up your alley, too.
Yeah.
This thing is bigger than the FSD, dude. It's 4 1/4 inch blade. It's a monster. He has seen it, just didn't know the fancy pants acronym. It's like FSD, but, GOF. How'd you know it was oily? Grandma been stepping out? I don't know what the hell you got. Oh, Granny's oily Geo. All right, that's it, guys. I gotta shut it down. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys watching this long. I appreciate you suffering through Jim's video. Yeah, Chris, anything you want to say before we close her out?
No, man, it was fun. Thanks for having me on again.
Cool, Jim. Yeah, it's a cool knife. It's just too big. Yeah, dude, don't be a stranger. Try to come around a little more often if you can. I know.
Why are you giving me this guilt trip live, you bitch?
You think you're gonna have more time with the new job, or you like?
Yeah, with the new job, yeah, I'm getting an extra day off. So
okay,
I'll get 3 days off. Yeah.
Okay. Are you liking the no content kind of thing? Is it? Are you thinking about getting back into it?
No, like I want to do it. I just don't know if I'm going to be. I've kind of rethought some things, and I'm going at it where I don't have to make a video. I'm going to make a video when I'm excited about something.
I feel like you did that anyway.
And when I don't know. It's just,
that makes sense.
A lot of it was time, and then other shit that was just going on. I just didn't have the time.
Right.
And shit with my job and stuff. But for anybody who doesn't know, I quit my job and I got a new job, a better job, and I start next week. So I'm hoping that with the new schedule and everything that I can start doing some videos again and stuff, because that was a huge stress reliever, was doing the videos. I love doing that kind of stuff. And I love bullshitting with you guys. So yeah, I am hoping that I can do some more videos here in the future.
All right. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming out for the third time. Love y'all, and we'll see you later.
Peace.